some fucking indication, bitch.
Yeah, well, turns out indication doesn't matter whenever you're fucking playing D&D. Welcome back to Monday Nights, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't think I'm ready. I think I need to go kill myself so I can get turned into a helicopter.
No.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. You go be the Rafflecopter of your dreams, and we'll sit here and play some D&D. We'll remember you, buddy.
No, you won't.
That is a lie. I will remember all of my
I got that on
friends.
recording, by the way.
I'm pretty sure I would remember you.
I'm pretty sure I would remember all of you.
Yeah.
No.
I would ensure that no one could remember me. That's my journey as a ghost, is just making everyone forget about me. I'm just like, you have to forget about me.
Good luck.
You have to forget about me. Friends, let's play some D&D. How are you guys today?
Good. I actually slept the best I've ever slept in years. It was great.
I did the
No, not
reverse
this
of that.
one too.
What?
Hello?
Hello?
What?
Never
Hi.
mind. Everything went silent, and I'm like, no, not this laptop too, please.
Don't do this to me.
It's okay. We got you.
Gosh dang it, I done turned one laptop into propane, about to turn another laptop into goddamn charcoal. Tell you what right now. Do it.
No.
That was a whole lot of meme in one like short 6-second span of time. Friends, welcome back. Where we last left off, you had explored the strange lair of the necromancer. You had found a couple of different portals to various areas of strange origin that leaked out with raw energy. You're not sure what these places really are, but you do know that these portals were summoning through creatures of strange essence. Zombies, skeletons, demons, dragons? Question mark? Or drakes, rather. Important distinction. However, you managed to get through it all. Oh?
I just realized something really important that no one has bothered to ask yet, and I'm really ashamed of myself for not realizing it sooner.
I don't know what you're
What?
talking about.
Teleportation magic doesn't work down here. How the fuck are they getting in?
Those are actual solid portals, though. And they might be literally coming from the other depths of the facility.
But
Who
it
knows?
doesn't work at all down here. Like, nobody can open portals.
It's a
I'm fairly
physical
certain
portal.
there's a... Was there not a teleportation circle in the Athenium?
There is, but it does not work.
Oh.
There is a clear point of entry and exit for a teleportation circle in the Athenium, but it doesn't work.
Something's fucky.
Something's fucky. Something strange, friend.
Need to go check those books again.
Yeah. You ended up finding what looked like perhaps an alchemical laboratory,
That person is very close
full
to
of
that
notes
tomato.
on various alchemy thingy-bobbers. I mean, strange stuff going on. The room was filled with just raw etheric energy, and it seemed to invigorate you. You regained your spell slots, regained some health points, and found out that it is beneficial to remain in this room. And so you did so for a short period of time, looking over the books and combing over various bits and pieces of information before finally making your way back through the complex towards the original gate that you could not open, and then fighting some imps and some big scary dog creatures. The DM was very tired because they accidentally took their trazodone an hour early that night. Whoops.
Also, sorry for the echo. You're going to hear it a lot.
Your face is an echo
Your face
of my
is an
heart.
echo.
Of shadows.
Face is an echo of my heart. Alright, hey. You guys are standing in front of this gate. You just killed a whole bunch of like weird demon creatures. What are you doing?
Do we know what those weird demon creatures are?
Roll a religion check. You know what the imps are. The imps are plain enough, easy enough to gather, but the hounds you're not so sure about.
12.
I looked in chat and saw vampiric touch, and I was like, I don't think that's a religion check, but you can try. 12. You're not sure, but they seem. I mean, the only fitting name for these creatures is well, it kind of pops in your head, hellhound.
I'ma roll a religion check.
Go for it. You've never even seen these. They're very strange.
Yeah, well, doesn't know much about religion.
Yeah.
Fitting. Love it. Sometimes I love the dice.
I do too. Storytelling through dice is how all of my campaigns are played.
Can Zhao roll?
Sure, go for it. Anybody can.
Boobies.
Okay.
Makes sense for Zhao.
Makes
It's a
makes a lot of
Thanks,
hellhound,
dice.
Where is religion?
I guess.
Okay.
Don't know what that is though.
Amalia, you're not
Nice.
really sure about these. Eve, you just barely get their name. Zhao kind of pipes up. Those are
It's you.
hellhounds. I'm sorry. Whatever. You play Eve in every other campaign, and then you expect me to know this character whose name is literally a pronoun. It's like if I named a character I. Anyways,
Do you want me to change your name to Eve?
I will delete you. Zhao pipes up and he's those are hellhounds. Nasty business. I don't know why they're here, but I would prefer not to fight more of them.
Yeah, that fire breath didn't look fun at all.
That's I mean, I'm fine with it, I guess.
It could have been worse.
I hate fire.
We
I'm
could
scared
have
of it, but I hate it.
we could have taken a meteor barrage from one of the Duroko. I mean, that's a lot worse.
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't want to know what that feels like.
I don't
Ever.
either. Me either. I've
Probably
seen
like
it done though.
getting a planetoid dropped on you.
Probably like a small planetoid, something like this big, and he holds out his arms in just this big circle. He's like, just this, falling right on you at like 500,000 kilometers per hour. Like, ow. That sounds like it's be painful.
Americans use kilometers?
No, but I do because everyone else in the world does. We
And
actually do.
because-
We actually do use kilometers in some things.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And metric just makes more sense.
It just does. It just all of my fantasy worlds are going to be on metric because it just mathematically makes more sense. I don't know how it even got in
Really
Miracle.
does.
Where did it come from?
Right?
What happened? Like have you ever looked at what a British stone is? It's like 14.4444 pounds or something, and it's just
Why?
like I'm like, why do you have this? And it's like because they used to use stones to weigh things, and I'm like, but those stones didn't weigh what these stones weigh.
All stones
Anyways.
are different. What?
All stones are different. Oh, I mean, I like calling a unit of weight a stone. I think that's
Yeah.
great. That's a good historical nod, but not when it's like some random number that doesn't make any sense. That's the same thing goes for pounds, which comes from the Roman word or no, the Latin word. Libra, yeah, Latin. Libra is pound. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Uh-huh.
See,
Anyway,
in like normal conversation here, we use feet and inches for height. But then you go to deal with like government things like getting your ID and they're like,
that is
"How
all
many
centimeters. Yeah.
What do you mean how many centimeters? I got feet and inches. Figure
Yeah.
it out.
Feet and inches is used pretty much everywhere. Some countries do use centimeters by default and just like colloquially, but not very many. But most countries then go to metric system for basically everything else, except for like fluid ounces are a thing pretty much everywhere, and they don't make sense.
Nope.
You need 8 ounces of cream cheese. What?
Is that
How
solid
much is 8
ounces or
ounces?
fluid ounces?
Is that solid ounces or fluid ounces, and how do I measure 8 ounces of cream cheese out?
They actually just sell them in packages of 8 ounces.
Perfect.
That's
That's
great.
all I need. Just buy a pack of 8 ounces. There's a big white gate in front of you guys. What are you guys doing with it?
Are
Throwing 8 ounces of cream cheese at it.
The cream cheese is obliterated. However, it's
Delicious.
also
Solid.
delicious.
The gate
So,
thinks us.
are we resting or are we going forward?
Didn't we rest? I thought we took a short rest.
Took a short rest earlier.
Yeah.
Think
That
you
was
were
actually
asking.
a long rest.
Oh, okay. Well, that was before you leveled, though.
Yeah.
So you guys haven't technically leveled up yet.
I think we took a long rest within like the last 5 hours.
Yep.
So, you don't technically.
I
need
haven't.
One. Right, you didn't.
Yeah, you were looking at books and shit.
And
Mhm.
I just took a short rest, so it was Xiao and you that took a long rest.
Oh, excuse me.
Mhm.
Yep. So if you guys want to try to take a long rest, you're more than welcome to. If you would like to proceed forward, you are more than welcome to. It's all up to y'all.
Whatever happens, I'm not rolling this time.
I'm good to keep going.
We, I guess I go and check the door.
Okay.
See if I can find a thingy.
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
I'm gonna help.
Ian. Oh,
Oh,
do you have
That no,
proficiency in
I don't. I
Okay.
forgot.
Yep. Go ahead.
22?
22. Looking around, up and down, you don't see anything.
Still the same as usual.
You're fairly certain that there is nothing there to indicate a command word.
There is no command word for this door.
Are we positive?
I am positive.
How does that work?
Dispel it?
Shut up.
What?
Can Zhao even dispel it?
I don't know. You have a sheet?
know. All of you have a sheet.
Yeah,
He
technically.
can give it a shot.
Who wants to try to spell it?
Yeah, sure. Why not? A single shot.
Go for it.
Oh no.
All right. Do I have to roll for it?
Yep.
Can he guidance himself beforehand?
Yeah, he's aware that he's doing this.
Cool beans. All right, Zhao, come on. That didn't add guidance.
Go ahead and roll a d4. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is a d4, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Go ahead and roll a d4.
Oh no.
You succeed.
Okay.
I just wanted to
God damn it.
you actually only needed a 15 to beat the DC on these.
God damn it.
I'm pretty sure anyways. Hold on. I think it's a 15. It's either
Oh
a
my fucking god, Pat.
You succeed anyways because it's either a 15 or a 6. No, it's a 14. The DC for dispelling a gate is 14. Okay, so you succeed. The gate begins to dissipate, and you catch a glimpse of the other side. A blast of cold hits you like a blizzard wind that suddenly rips the heat from your body. Gazing beyond the vanished gate, you see a room balanced between light and shadow. Blinding radiance, eclipsed by utter darkness. The cold abates after only a few moments, and you hear a voice echo from the darkness. You may enter.
Oh.
Are you going to shut the door on us?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna insight check that.
Roll an insight check, disadvantage because it was a one-word answer.
This is
Pretty
fair.
hard to understand a one word. Seems truthful.
Okay.
Well, given the circumstances, seems sketchy. Actually, given the circumstances, it's kind of like a. I don't know about all this, boss.
It did hesitate.
Kind of like a zoink scoop. Oh god. Okay, there we go. Do you proceed forward, or an important point of order? The gate that is in the center here, the bars on it are obsidian black. They give off a sheen similar to a gemstone. They might be jet or onyx or actual obsidian. They are very finely polished, and the gate itself is not like a bar gate, but is instead a very finely crafted door.
Oh.
I think we may have found our mysterious writer, possibly.
Oh, I hope so. I have a lot of questions for him.
Oh, please. If he's lived this long, there's something wrong. No offense.
Yeah. Well, I'd say something right, but you know.
Wrong. Very, very wrong.
By the end of the campaign, Rel's just a fucking like level 20 lich.
Just,
Hey.
Yeah,
just
she
think
would.
about it. There's a lot of undead, so he's probably a necromancer of some kind that can extend his life.
Yeah. And?
Necromancers aren't the only ones that can extend their life.
That's true. But
I mean, plenty of different spellcasters can do it.
Maybe he's just a Naran. Don't be racist.
I don't know what that is.
Anaran is the horned guys, I believe.
The horn guy. Yeah, that could be a Tauren. That could be
Those are elves, aren't they?
Huh?
Naran are elves.
No, Anaran, out of character, Anaran descend from elves, but they are not actually elves themselves. They
Yeah.
They're
are.
long-lived, right?
Not particularly. No, they can live. They live considerably longer than humans. They get up to about 120 years on average, instead of like the 80 to 90 year area. But they're not like super long lived. Of the races that you know of, the longest lived are generally elves. They can live.
Race.
Yeah, they're a race. You can run into you guys have run into normal elves,
Right?
Yeah.
Haruka.
Yeah, Haruka is an Eladrin. So elves can live a considerably long period of time. And while dwarves are very uncommon, like almost no, you've met probably 2 dwarves in your whole life. They live a pretty long time as well. Gnomes can live 300, 400 years. Halflings live usually like 70 years to 130, somewhere in there. Other than that, all the other races are pretty low.
You're technically in a party with an elf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
Amalia was supposed to be born an elf, but Aasimar things.
Mm-hmm.
So she's technically an elf. She's just a perfect version of an elf.
Elven Aasimar.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fucking. Have we even seen an elf? I don't know.
Wait.
Probably not.
I don't think I ever got like a physical description of your ears.
Probably not.
No. I haven't
I
seen
don't
an
think
elf.
I ever gave a physical description.
You have
Yeah,
seen
I
an
don't
elf.
think you did. Yeah, Haruka's an elf.
No, I meant
Oh, okay.
through my
Anyway.
normal circles.
Oh.
But
Oh, she's never been with an elf, is what you're saying.
Oh.
actually, I think the guy that had the pearl was an elf, but
You weren't really with him in that sense. You were with him in spirit and heart and comfort.
And the spirit was right here.
Oh my god.
That joke like flashed in my brain, and I'm like, someone's
Fucking-
gonna say it.
Why? Why are you like this?
Please,
I'll leave the
it's
party.
not you.
I know, it's the worst. One day, Zhao's just gonna start calling you like Drippy or something.
I'm surprised you didn't name yourself Yang, because you've got yin and yang.
I thought you were talking about...
Well, you and yin are Chinese words. They mean
Oh.
specific things.
I forgot what you means. That's
I don't know.
I think it was rain. But
That would explain why I'm crying all the time.
That was great. That was awesome. Yeah, I don't remember what you means, honestly, so...
try typing in rain or star.
And get Chinese characters back.
Well, you also get pronunciation guides.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, you is rain.
That's what I thought.
It's you. Anyways, what are you guys doing?
I enter.
Okay. Does anyone follow, or is Rel walking by herself in this strange room?
Hugh is going to stealth and go in there.
Okay, roll me a stealth check, please.
20.
Oh,
I guess I'll
okay.
follow behind. We can't leave her to die.
And Zhao follows. Alright, I guess we're going in here. Alright, sure, why not? Let's go in the spooky little room. Let's just travel in
It's gonna be
here
fine.
and hope we're not, hope everything is okay. Yep, no problem.
It's gonna be fine.
I need you all to roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
Seriously?
Oh no.
I'm proficient in these, and I get... Ugh.
Wow, this is where we all just die.
Oh no.
Roll me for one for Zhao.
Yeah, I am.
Would he have seen me even though I was stealthed?
He's
This
not the one
might-
doing things.
Yeah, this might just be a room thing, like the last one.
Yeah, possibly.
Okay, so...
Zhao's the
No.
one that succeeds.
Good to know. Down a series of
Oh, no.
wide stone steps, you descend into the bizarre room. It seems to shift around you as you move through it, each shadow becoming dazzlingly bright, while each light is consumed by the darkness it had just replaced. A series of ever-cycling light and dark lays out before you, obscuring the way. Finally, the room's end comes just into view. A small alcove at the bottom of the slope houses a makeshift library, packed to the brim with tomes that look as old as the structure itself. In the center, a stone table stands half as tall as the figure behind it, who is scanning through the pages of a bound black book rapidly. He holds up one finger as you approach, the skin taut against the bone, and continues reading. A few moments later, he closes the tome and looks up to you, his eyes pale blue, and giving off a faint radiance to his facial features, which are gaunt and sallow. When he speaks, it is as if he was doing so with great personal strain and a raspy, hollow voice.
I assume you know why you're here, and why I'm here. So if we may, let's get on with it. I'm not waiting around any longer for Ahelslsifl to come claim me. What method do you prefer? I personally am partial to dissolution, but we may do this on your terms, heroes.
Big words. Rel, translation?
Sorry, I was distracted by the books. Basically, I think he's saying he's gonna kill us.
You assume we're here to kill you?
I'm here for the books.
He looks around.
Are you now? Did you know these were here before you entered?
I don't think she cares.
No, I didn't.
He kind of moves around the table a little bit. He doesn't actually come out from behind the wide stone table, but he does shift a little, places one of his hands on the table, and he picks up a staff that's kind of leaned up against a bookcase.
Anytime someone has entered here, they have attempted to take what little life I have left. Are you here to do the same?
Only,
Go ahead.
only if you're gonna attack us first. We don't mean to come in here with hostility.
I am not under such delusions. Fighting is a warrior's job. I much prefer words to win my battles.
Yeah, me too. Are you the person who wrote down all the books on the alchemy laboratory?
Yes, they are my notes. Thank you for going through them without my permission.
Not like we knew you were alive.
This is true.
You might have assumed, given the active portals.
Ooh. Right. That was... Oh! Hold on. Find this quick. Where did I put this? Does that make you Adsul?
Adsul, yes. Balak Adsul is my name. Or it was when I needed one.
Yeah, that's terribly bothersome. So, if you don't mind, I have a question.
I have an answer.
What is this shadow?
His eyes narrow.
I spoke too soon. The shadow, of course.
He reaches across and he picks up a tome buried underneath all the others, and all the other books just fall over, and one of them just straight up, like the binding just breaks on it, and the pages scatter. And he takes the tome and he slams it onto the table in front of him, and he scoots it over to the other side of the table.
The shadow is a myth. That is all.
Oh. He scooted it over the table. I'm guessing, kind of like a gesture for me to read it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like here's a tome. Here's a book for your answer.
Rel casually walks down and.
What have we learned about reading books that we don't know what they are?
Some of them have a lot of fun things in them.
Nothing yet.
I'm going to wait for the day for a tome to blow you up.
You just open it up and a glyph of power eats your face.
I believe it.
Just summons an eldritch god to consume you.
She walks down and like writes the tome and opens up the cover.
Okay, the tome is called...
Can she
Hold
read
on.
it, first of all?
Yes, it is written in common. However, the dialect, as you kind of skim over it, looks very old. Some words don't make sense. It's kind of like reading an old Shakespeare play. This is called The Shadow of Norda Tarot. It's by Eroan of the Skyward Terrace.
Can you write that down for me?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
I already have it written down. Just gotta copy paste. You kind of thumb through it really quickly, and it looks like this is some kind of fictional story. It's not necessarily a children's book. There's no pictures, but it seems to be almost presented like one, like a fable.
Your skeleton giant that guarded one of the portals, so that you are devout servant.
He knows many things. To be a servant of the shadow is to serve an ideal, not necessarily a creature. I have devoted my entire life to studying the shadow. It is a myth that pervades through the world. Every continent, every city, every town, every tavern has a story.
And this ideal.
Yes.
What is it?
Knowledge through power. Power through knowledge. Eternum through understanding.
Oh no.
Whispers and secrets are far more powerful than blades.
If I was skeptical, I'd say this is something I could get behind.
He nods towards the tome in your hand.
Then that is where you start.
Well, may I say your infatuation with your obsession with power is just going to end up get you killed someday.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
Do you know of the Archwarden Ahelslsifl?
Do I?
Can roll me a history check to see if you've ever heard of Ahelslsifl before.
Just her.
Anyone can.
26.
Holy fuck. Okay.
17.
I don't even know if I want to fucking...
21, not bad.
Oh.
Roll me one for Zhao.
Oh.
Roll his with disadvantage. It doesn't make any sense for him to have ever heard of her, so...
No, the guy in 16.
16, not bad. Okay, so a 26 and a 21.
And a 17.
You've never heard of Ahelslsifl, and neither has Zhao. Amalia, you have heard of Ahelslsifl in passing. You've heard the name once, and it was in a discussion about the circles. Essentially, the only thing you really know at all about Ahelslsifl is that she is a hero of the druidic circles. However, Rel, you have actually heard a considerable amount about Ahelslsifl because she's kind of infamous within the Magus Society. She is a druid that has subscribed to some forms of arcane magic. She can produce magic that druids and other druidic type spellcasters can't normally produce, and she seems to almost be able to command nature as well as she can command the arcane. So she's a bit of an anomaly. She's managed to do some very interesting things with spellcraft.
Can you spell her name?
Yeah, Ahelslsifl. She has a full title. Hold on, let me see. You would definitely have her full title. Let me go find it real quick. Okay, that is actually her full title. Okay, cool. She is Ahelslsifl the Archwarden.
I will make sure to put this in my notes.
She is, for reference, she is a member of the...
Notes. There we go.
Member of the Circle of Stars, which is a very reserved circle. They're not out and about like the Circle of the Moon and the Circle of Primordium and all of them. You're not going to see the stars like you would other circles.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yes, I've heard of her. She's the druid in the Circle of Stars, correct?
Yes. Do you serve Ahelslsifl?
No.
He pauses for a minute, and you see his eyes just flicker really quickly from blue to yellow. It's really hard to notice. However, all of you have okay-ish passive perception in some cases, in other cases not, but you do notice it. And they return right back to blue. And
Good. Then we can do business. Do you know what I am doing here?
Well, you're researching the shadow. Other than that,
Experimenting?
no.
Yes.
I'm not 100% sure.
I am studying undeath. It is a costly procedure, and it demands materials. Some of them rare, some of them simply hard to obtain.
This guy's creeping me out.
So, what do you hope to accomplish with your research into undeath?
I want to bring it to everyone. To give this gift to whomever may seek it.
So, like, the whole wrinkly skin and everything, or
Perhaps a way to eliminate decay altogether, though my current endeavor involves removing the need for souls while maintaining lichdom. Gathering souls is a costly process, an expensive one, and unfortunately most of the world sees it as morally corrupt.
so, like, does it have to be human souls, or can it be animal souls?
Animal souls do not work. Those souls that have sapience do. I need experimentation victims, and they will be victims. I mourn for their loss, but it is a necessary evil. I am not keen on dying here today, heroes. So instead I would offer you a proposition. Supply has been short since this cave took root. Previously, I was able to come and go as I saw fit. However, that is not the case any longer. For a time, the clans up north would deliver me slaves for experimentation purposes. However, they do not live very long. I can extend their lifespan, but eventually the body gives up. I need more. It has been weeks since I have successfully completed any experimentation. I have been stuck here reading, and as much as I enjoy it, I must apply my knowledge.
So, when you say sapiens, do you mean creatures capable of talking or humanoid-like?
The ability to reason is paramount. Reason is the only thing that separates a human from a dog.
So...
A pure soul is worth more than a tainted one, however both will work for my purposes. Most of my experiments are physical.
So, kobolds would work.
A kobold would do, yes.
My God, Rel.
Well,
Rel's fucked up, man.
should we just kill her here and now?
Rel, are you okay?
Oh, yes.
Alright. Judd takes a step back.
Well, you already pissed her off more. Why not just do away with her little army?
I can offer you payment for this. It can be in gold, or powerful spell scrolls. It can be in pieces of lore, information for information, or it can be in personal guidance in the ways of Arcanum. But I require souls, live subjects, preferably pure ones.
So, what makes something pure?
A soul untainted by dark deeds. It is not thoughts that taint a soul, but action. Murder, betrayal, theft.
I have a question.
Yes,
What if you were unwilling to do those, but had to do those?
intent matters.
Good. I hate my master so much.
The corruption of a soul is to take a person's mind and bend it such that they would willingly commit those actions. It does not corrupt a soul if they are forced to by magic or other means.
So, okay. A question, since you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere down here.
Yes,
How'd you get those portals working?
they were active long before the damned magic here took hold. They stayed active afterwards. I have been unable to reactivate my primary portal.
And he nods back to the direction you came.
Did you know that portal was spewing out stuff, right?
I imagine so. I wanted it that way.
And the imps?
Test subjects.
Oh.
Lure them here. Test on their physical forms.
Mm. So, do you know what the Zorn are?
I do. They come from the underbelly of Illiteth.
Yeah, they're capable of talk, and I think reason. They work.
They would. However, their physical forms are inherently different. They are elemental in nature, tied to the magics of this world in a way that humans and kobolds are not. I can use their souls. Their forms I must discard.
So what do you exactly do with the physical form, then?
Manipulate it. Turn it into things that it was not before. It is a medium to work with, not some idle flesh, but a canvas. Clay to build my sculptures.
Hmm. So, is anyone else gonna like the Zorn?
Are you seriously thinking of like giving him souls?
Yeah, I'm curious.
It's like the same pretext of giving me your memories. Hypothetically.
I've got a bit of a problem with this.
I kind of do too.
I don't think souls are to be messed with. You know, considering.
I'm fairly certain we should not deal with, like, you know, souls and necromancers and slavery. That seems like a really evil thing to do.
Did you just say necromancers?
Necromancers.
Oh, I'm just like.
He's like, we have to go find Gage and kill that bitch. She's crazy.
I mean, I think it just depends on how you look at it.
No, I think evil is evil.
You just asked a crazy person to decide.
You can see the eyes of Balak. He seems to be settling on Zhao and Amalia and you, and then he'll look straight at you, Rel.
What will it be?
Oh, I want to. Zorn aren't very nice.
But an invaluable resource.
Yeah, they are. In more ways than one.
Do you think you will get more out of this guy than you would out of the Zorn? In fact, couldn't you just kill this guy and take all of his books and stuff?
Could, but I'm interested in the research.
Couldn't you take his research too?
You know,
Zhao is lawful.
Face bomb.
Zhao is lawful good. I don't know, man. He has to say these things.
I mean, Alright.
Well, really, he's neutral good, so definitely not lawful good anymore. I don't know. I just think dealing in souls is a little fucked up, man.
I mean, I'm not about to, like... I gave my opinion. I'm not about to fight you guys for him. Fuck that.
I mean, yeah, don't slaughter the younglings, please.
What?
It's a reference to a play I saw once. Just don't do it.
Oh my god.
No, what I'm saying is I like you all more than interested in this, so... And you all outnumber me, so...
Rella's gonna die, like, at some point in this campaign, just horribly. I can tell. I'm ready for it.
Absolutely.
Like,
She's a terrible person.
She's gonna be like,
Hey,
she's
Rel?
gonna like open up some kind of eldritch jar or something and just be like, "What's this?" Looks inside, like hold it up to your eye, and just look inside, and all of a sudden your brain gets sucked out through your eye socket or something.
What?
Yeah, I can see that happening to her.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, you?
Oh, well, you can become part of my collection if you do die.
That's also really fucked up. Holy shit! What is going on?
I don't think that's much better than the souls, you?
On one condition.
Whose condition?
If I died, you take my form. You have to complete a list of things. It's a small list.
It's not a
This is
small list.
small.
Don't do it, you.
No, it is a small list. It's 3 items.
Okay, what is it?
3 items with convoluted text to them.
Oh, I don't want to go into them right now. This is very long.
Rel just wants you to make sure that Haruka is all dead. Or
Yeah.
alive. I'm not sure which,
Not-
actually.
Dead.
Dead? Okay, dead.
Dead. Yeah. Like, I'm fucked up, but I'm... She's worse.
The Balak turns around and takes a stack of books and sets them on the table and begins thumbing through some of them.
I will continue reading while you deliberate. If you choose not to, please let me know.
Sets the book in front of him and just starts reading.
Do you think he's just gonna try and use us? If we say no?
No, I don't think so. He'd have to fight us.
No, I mean... Or I could just offer myself up. I mean, what is he gonna take?
Ain't got no soul here, bitch.
Get fucked.
Speaking of, there. Forgot to do that for Ian.
Right.
Just
Okay,
like, yeah,
good.
take it. Come on. You could
Take-
do it.
Take the soul. Balak's just like,
The deuce? What the deuce? What the hell is going on in here?
he's got your ribcage splayed open, and he's just like,
I'm looking for the soul pocket, but there's not one.
Did I
What?
forget to mention?
I gave my opinion on what I would like to do. Zhao gave his.
I mean, yeah, I'm not sticking around to sell souls. It's not something I can do. I'm sorry. I'm not going to try to fight you, but I won't stick around if you do it.
Oh, I mean, that's fair.
Kind of in the same boat as Zhao. Is someone that doesn't have one. I think messing around with them is a little wrong.
You? What's your opinion here? I feel like we're becoming a democracy or something.
It's bad that I can see both sides, right?
No?
No?
I'm more leaning towards their side. No offense.
Well, why would you offend me?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think research is great, and research needs to be done. I just don't want to be a part of it.
And plus, us doing this does technically taint who we are. We have
Oh,
to
I'm already
live.
beyond that.
We have to live with what we've done. And I've only been free, what, 14, 15 months now? I don't think I want to ruin that. Just yet. I'd like to live a few more years before I actually start doing shit like that.
Okay, so what are we doing?
You're flipping a book.
I love it.
Yes, interesting.
How much you want to bet he's read those books that at least 10 times over?
You sometimes have to read books over and over.
Sometimes you miss little tidbits of information.
Exactly. So what are we doing?
Well, like
We're
I
not
said, I don't
giving them souls, so what?
The others will eventually find out he's here once we mention this place.
Yeah, but I don't. I've seen a lot of people die. I don't want to send more people to their death. Because I don't think they would just, come in here and talk like we did. I think they would just come in with weapons, intending to kill, and,
Considering the vigil.
That's not.
yeah.
But it is okay.
So what are we doing? What are you going to do? I mean, I'm not going to be a part of this decision, honestly.
I think we're deciding whether or not we just walk away.
How bad do you want the research?
Oh, pretty bad.
Yeah.
Have you decided?
Let's see. So, like, when you take the soul, do you, like, store it in something?
For a time, and then I consume it.
Ah. So, like, how long do you have right now?
How long do I have for what?
To live, I guess? And before you need another soul?
I think she's asking the time span.
I do not need souls to live. I consume them to fuel magical energies. It fuels my research.
He's not even looking up at you when he's talking, he's just reading through this book. There's just, you notice that there's no light here at all, so... I figure he probably has some form of dark vision.
Dark vision, or can you see through colors? We'll see colors in the dark.
The difference between dark and light is not known to me. They are the same. A delicious one. I do like secrets.
He starts reading one page very intently.
So, you did some research on Alta.
I did. It is, theoretical.
Well, that answered that question. Can't seem to find anyone who doesn't think it's theoretical.
I certain the altar exists? It has to. There is too much magical energy within the planet itself for it not to.
Oh, it exists.
Oh, I know it exists. Accessing it is a different matter.
You mean getting it to respond?
Either way, are you or aren't you taking this deal? I would like to get back to my studies or prepare for my experiments.
Oh, I don't think we all. Much as I want to.
Slams the book shut. Takes it and places it on the table next to the stack of books. Leans over and picks his staff up. And
So you have made your decision.
I think so. I think we'll just walk out, right?
That is unfortunate.
I'm gonna prepare a subtle casted, freaking, what's it called? Chromatic orb.
roll me a
Really hostile
concentration check.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yep. You expend the spell, and it just disperses in your hands. That spell slot's expended. Your mind gets really fuzzy when you start trying to cast that spell.
Oh fuck. We need to leave.
I don't think he's letting us.
He walks forward a few paces, gets around the edge of the table.
Would you mind dying for me? Just killing yourselves. I really don't want to fight, but I cannot let you leave here.
But why?
You know of my existence. No one else in this cavern does, and I will keep it that way.
That's not true.
Who else knows of it?
There's a person back at our camp.
Mm-hmm.
Roll it. It's not really deception.
I think it would be deception. Cause I don't if Haruka knows, I don't know it.
Did you guys send a sending though?
We did. We sent it to Bryce.
We did, yeah.
What did that sending say?
It said something to the effect of a small army might be headed their way.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it
I
didn't
would say
mention
it didn't mention him specifically or anything.
No.
I'll say roll a deception check with advantage because it's partially true, sort of. It's half truth.
Oh, so
Nice.
it's like my sister.
20.
it.
She already had
I
advantage.
Oh, right. Derp.
He looks at you and raises an eyebrow.
You have told others of me.
Hangs his head kind of low.
We mentioned it to a powerful spellcaster. We thought she might know something about you.
Ahelslsifl, no doubt. How the witch will pursue me until the end of days. I had hoped,
And he shakes his head and he starts walking back around the table.
I had hoped to avoid her as long as possible in this cave, but you have brought her to my doorstep.
We didn't
What exactly does she look like?
tell her specifically.
You didn't tell Ahelslsifl specifically.
The
No.
call, really? No.
What did you say to her?
To Ahelslsifl? Nothing.
Who did you tell? And what did you tell them?
I just You mentioned your name and that you had research on Alter.
The name was mentioned. What is the name of the individual that knows? Her full name?
Or, well,
Their full name?
actually, you did say she a minute ago, so he would know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh God, Ralph, forgive me. Her name was Haruka of the Pale Acres.
I was going to say the same thing. So you forgive.
Hey,
Because that's not her real
that
name.
woman is pure fucking evil. I tell you what.
Evil is a necessary thing in the world. Without it, there can be no good.
Oh, trust me, she's a complete and utter bitch.
Flips, he flips through a few pages of this big, thick black tome. Rips out one page. Takes some ink and a quill and writes on it. And folds it up. And you watch this little blue flame appear in his fingers, and he burns it.
So,
I will let you leave on a condition.
what's that?
You must take a blood oath to never mention Miss Lair or my name again.
I have a question.
Yes.
I don't have blood.
He raises an eyebrow.
Excuse me.
Nothing? I didn't say a damn word.
He looks at you, Rel.
So what?
So, like at all, or to anybody
None.
else?
To anyone or yourselves ever again.
What about to you?
I feel like if we ever come back here again, he'll just kill us.
Not to me either.
Oh.
I want you to forget this place and my name. And you will take a blood oath on it.
But I find him so interesting. That's not fair.
That is unfortunate for you. You can take the deal, or we can use violence. I am not above using physical means to procure my own safety. But I strongly prefer not to.
Gotta make this difficult. So that paper you burned, what was that?
You will take the deal now, or we will fight.
I do have a question.
No.
No, I meant for the DM, not
Oh,
the character.
okay. Sorry, I was still the character there for a second.
Fuck off.
Oh, that's funny.
Alright, what's your question?
Wait. Beats right here.
You have 5 seconds to ask your
I
question.
have an observant feat.
Yeah.
Would I be able to see what he wrote?
That's a good point. You can read lips. I feel like you could probably read pen strokes as well. Do you have Eyes of the Runekeeper?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me a perception check. I will allow a perception check specifically because of the feat.
Can I get a perception check with advantage with...
No.
Okay.
Yen doesn't have the feat.
18.
18. He wrote her name. Haruka of the Pale Acres, and then he burned the paper.
Oh, he's gonna be in for a.
I just think it's hilarious. He failed his insight check. I just gave you guys passive deception. Straight up failed it.
What do you guys want to do?
Not a very insightful person. He's -1 to wisdom.
How does that work with the Lich?
Liches don't have to be wise. He also isn't a lich.
Well,
He appears
I
to be some form of undead, but maybe not a lich.
not a lich yet.
Maybe some kind of pseudo-lich.
Well, he says he eats souls, so I imagine he's in between
Anyway.
lichdom and...
Anyone can eat a soul. Anyone can consume a soul. It's
True.
It's an art, but anyone can do it. And it's essentially like souls are like what would happen if 5-hour energy was like 5-year energy. Well, closer to 5-week energy. Yeah.
I want to get into this soul business now.
Yeah, right? You eat a soul, you're good. No nourishment for 5 weeks, and you have full spell slots basically every short rest. Just consume souls. It's evil as fuck, and it'll eventually warp you into a terrible creature and attract demons, but hey, who knows?
I don't want to talk about how okay I am with that.
Rel
Get
leans
your
over.
souls back.
Rel leans over to Zhao and says,
He's doing something to muddle my magic.
To what?
"Muddle."
Oh. He's doing what? Alright. Are you gonna have him cast something?
I guess the Lesser Restoration.
I'm gonna cast a Lesser Restoration.
Yeah.
Can you ping it for me?
Yeah.
I wanna
That's
see...
kinda-
Okay, he can't. Never mind.
Oh yeah, it's not prepared.
No, it's prepared. It's just a second level spell slot. It doesn't-
Oh, it's a domain spell, that's right. I forget you don't check your domain spells off on the with the red circles.
Yeah.
No, that's right, he's life. I'm looking at other stuff. Yeah, I don't think he has anything. 'Cause I don't know what to do about that right now.
What is your decision?
Can I make an Arcana check to see what exactly like a blood pact would do?
Sure. Anybody that wants to can roll a. This would be closer to a. I will allow Arcana or Religion in this case. It's kind of somewhere between the two.
Nope.
I mean, that just makes sense for you, though.
Mm-hmm. What about Zhao?
Amalia, you've heard of blood pacts, but you're not positive what they are. Rel, 22 in Arcana, you know a little bit about blood pacts. They are essentially arcane or even magical contracts that essentially bind you to a specific action. If you break a blood pact, usually something terrible happens, though it can vary what happens. It's kind of an agreed upon thing beforehand. If you do X action, this happens. So you know of spells that are really similar to blood pacts. There's one in particular called Gesh that's very popular among clerics and paladins of particularly forceful orders, such as like the Bright Pact Knights. But Gesh works in a slightly different way. It's more of a mental arcane thing. Blood pacts are not just magical, but they also kind of deal with the soul itself even. So they can be terrible, horrible things if you break them. It just depends on the strength of the caster. Out of character, Blood Pact is an actual spell. And it works very similarly to casting contingency on someone else.
Mm-hmm.
So if X action happens, then
Yeah.
Y happens to them.
So, before we make the deal, what is the consequence for breaking this blood pact?
Death.
Yeah, I'm not okay with that.
What if one of us breaks it and the others don't?
Then that one dies. The others don't. Blood pacts are an individual.
Yeah, if I'm gonna die, it's not gonna be through making a pact.
Just don't break it, and maybe you won't die.
Yeah,
It's a simple transaction.
yeah, but breaking it means if I talk to you, with them, and she gestures to Amalia, Amalia, you and Xiao, then I die, and I ain't about that life.
You can talk to your companions all you want. Just not about me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I can't talk to you, and she points at him, about you. I can't talk to them about you. That's... I mean, I'm alright with everyone else, but
She can't talk to you about you, and Zhao points to you.
Oh, thanks.
All right. Well, I think we have a pretty clear path forward here. He looks like an evil fuck. I think we have to kill him. Pretty sure, anyway.
Fuck it. We like walking into people's homes and fucking up their shit. Why stop now?
Murder hobos.
Murder hobos. Zhao's like, yeah, that's the spirit. Let's fuck up a lich.
When you say it like that, it kind of takes the hope out of it, Zhao.
Oh, okay. That's true. I have a lot of hope. That we will prevail. Yes. All right. Oh, hey, Rel, roll me another intelligence save.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Oh.
Good to know.
No.
Okay.
Well, I know exactly what it is.
What is it?
Because I cast a spell.
Oh.
Repeat on the save.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I regret this.
He taps his staff once on the ground, and from out of the shadows around you creep this whispering presence.
Oh, fuck.
And Rel, you hear something right behind you,
Oh fuck, it's one of those.
and you hear it too.
I apologize for what comes next. Take them alive if you can.
And I need initiative rolls.
I don't think he's sorry about anything.
Very dope.
I actually really like this character.
I do too. I just wanted him to exclude himself from the deal, but no.
Nope. I have to pee really bad, so after you get done rolling initiative, if you want to take a break, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna do a break.
Alright. I'll be right back.
Alright, so that does it for the session tonight, guys. Y'all have a great night.
No.
Alright,
We all
let's see.
rolled? What about for Xiao? Okay, got Xiao.
You got Zhao, you got Yin. Yep, we got everybody. Alright, so we're gonna
All
pop
the
on
bad
some
guys
music.
go before us.
Oh, they do? Oh no.
Uh-huh.
We
Oh,
don't
no.
die.
This is not good. Alright. So as he does this, these two ghostly apparitions appear hovering in the air behind both you and Rel. They have skull-like faces, no legs, and long arms with claws on the end of them. They look remarkably similar to the skeleton that you fought earlier, except for they're floating in the air now. They give off this faint glow from their eyes, which is the same color as Balak's eyes. And one of them lunges forward at... it's going to go ahead and try to get to Rel. Oh boy, alright. It's going to raise a claw up and bring it down onto Rel. And Rel, I need you... to do nothing, because as it does so, you just duck your head and it swings just right over your head and barely misses you. And it
Oh, buddy. All right, that's good.
Whew, that is pretty good. And then it is going to use a... No, it's not. It's going to end its turn. That is the end of this one's turn. It is now Balak's turn. Balak...
You could have made an excellent deal. I would have paid you, but no.
He hobbles forward.
I wanted to.
He hobbles forward and takes his staff in the air, raises one hand, and this ghostly hand appears over his. And he is going to go ahead. He gets to cast 1, 2, 3, 4. He could cast this. He's gonna cast Blight. What does Blight do when you cast it at higher levels? Oh, it just increases the damage. Okay, cool. So he's gonna point at Rel. He considers you pretty much the largest threat on the field right now.
Sorry.
And Rel, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Also,
What?
I'm gonna hellish rebuke him.
Okay.
Oh,
24.
shit.
You better be fucking happy you made that. Do you take half damage on a failed save with Blight?
I think so.
I hope it's just no damage, please. Saber suck.
Half as much on a
Damn it.
successful one. Okay. So you are going to take 21 points of necrotic damage.
Wow.
Yeah, he rolled pretty high. He points at you, and you just watch the edge of your arm, right on your wrist, just start spreading up this black darkness right up your veins. Holy fuck! That's a lot of hell. Dex save from him.
Yeah.
All right. And you ignore lightning resistance, correct?
Yes.
Good to know. He fails his dex save. He takes the full brunt of the damage.
Fuck you,
As he-
bitch.
As he does so, you just kind of hold your arm out and watch the veins all turn black. It goes all the way up into your face, and then you just kind of, and you close your wrist, and lightning surges down your veins, erases all the blackness, and you hold your hand out and just electrify the shit out of him.
Oh, that was better than what I was going to say. Love it.
All right, and that
It's a 21, right?
21 points of necrotic damage. He gets on his knees for a second, pushes himself back up with a staff.
Fucking spellcasters.
At least you did more to him than he did to you.
I would point out if I had failed that save, I'd be unconscious.
Yep, you would be. That almost would have one-shot you. A bit more damage, and that could one-shot you.
6 more damage.
No, you have 27 health, right?
Oh, yeah, so...
He rolled 42 total damage, so it would have taken him another 12 damage to one-shot you from full health.
Yeah.
Yep.
He almost knocked me unconscious. 6 more damage, he would have knocked
Yep.
me unconscious.
It is now this white's turn. It's going to flit over towards you and try to make an attack against her. Disadvantage, because I'm pretty sure you guys took the rest, right?
Which rest?
Took a short rest, right?
Oh yeah, we took a short rest at the end of last session.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
And I rolled 2 1s on my hit die.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, it's going to creep up behind you, and it's going to place a hand on your shoulder and whisper in your ear.
Time to die.
Make a wisdom save.
7.
You are considered paralyzed as the creature places its hand on you, and you just lock in place. You can't move at all. He is concentrating. And you are paralyzed. All right, and that ends his turn. Amalia, it's now your turn.
I'm gonna pull out a great sword and
Mhm.
I'm gonna point at Adsul and put Hexblade's curse on him.
Okay.
Do it. Do it.
You made a mistake, buddy.
If you walk
He
up
is
and
cursed.
one-shot him, I'm going to shit my pants.
I have seen
How-
weirder things from Hexblades.
How far is that drop? Is it a safe drop?
It is a 10-foot drop, so you will take 1d6 damage when you drop down there. So I'm gonna. Yeah.
I ain't no bitch.
Okay. You sure?
I'm sure.
Like, you jump down there, and go ahead. I'll roll the damage here in a second. What are you doing?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have some fun with him.
Sure. Show me what's up.
Wow!
He twirls his staff and deflects the first blow, and your muscle prowess shows. And as you like take your sword backwards and try to hit again, he just puts his staff up and blocks it clean.
But I've been alive longer than your entire family.
I don't know. They're elves.
That's true. That's true.
There's a good chance you haven't been.
Maybe not.
All right. What else are you doing?
I'm gonna cry.
2 nat ones. Wow.
Is that a
I'm gonna roll
nat
that. Okay, you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage when you hit the ground. Sorry, I'm eating a cookie with one hand and I can't put it down till it's done.
It's a yummy ass cookie.
It's a really good cookie. Alright, that'll end your turn then. Yin.
Yin is
Oh,
gonna
you just rolled
bite
the-
the white that just came near me. Oh shit.
Okay, yeah, that hits. Wow. That's not bad for a little fucking pseudo-dragon.
Bite.
How much damage did it do?
3.
Oh.
That's not bad.
Oh, that must be DM rolling then.
It is, yeah.
Oh, here, let me fix that, because y'all have said something about that a couple of times now. Let me...
Yeah.
Characters,
Seems to be her
Steve.
dragon.
It is, yeah.
It's because it's an NPC sheet, and NPC sheets default to DM rolling.
I'm just left in suspense every time she rolls. I'm like, what is it?
I'm sorry.
Let me find this setting 1 second. I will fix it now.
Look at the top, I think.
No, it's near the bottom. Whisper rolls to GM. Never whisper rolls. All right, there you go. All right, so 3 points of damage to the white. She leans out, and it's got its hand on your shoulder, and she just chomps right down its arm, and it howls out from the pain of this creature. It's going to take 3 points of damage, and it actually does have to make a Constitution saving throw. If this breaks concentration, I'm going to give Yin inspiration.
It doesn't.
He rolled a crit. He rolled a crit. Sadly. All right. Let's see. It is now Zhao's turn. Zhao's like, oh, fucking hell, what's going on here?
Well. I think Zhao would probably move up here and do this cool spell.
Oh,
he
fuck
has.
all of you. Okay. What's the cool spell? Fuck all of you. It reaches out and cures well. Rel.
Yeah, that's 8 points.
That's 8 points to you then. That's his action.
Yeah,
He does not have to make a concentration check for this.
Yeah, because he succeeded his int save.
Yep, he did.
Oh, and he's out of 2nd level spell slots. So.
Oh no.
Oh no, indeed. Well, he can't really do anything else, so
Alright.
I guess that's his turn.
That'll end his turn. Rel, it is your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast, fucking...
Roll a concentration check.
Oh no, no. Okay, well, still, because I'm casting a spell, I get 10 feet of movement.
Correct. Yep. Sure.
So, I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
What are you all dressed up for?
18.
All right. You struggle through, and the spell goes off. It's getting really difficult. Make me an int save.
Please. No.
Oh my goodness, your rolls. Okay, so you do have mirror images on you though. That much is true. Mark yourself so you remember it, please.
Yep.
The white tries to grab you as you just kind of like, almost like the wind picks you up and moves you backwards.
Okay,
Very anime.
that is my action, my bonus action, and, can I get up this ledge right here?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
It's not very difficult to climb.
Okay,
It will cost you 10 feet of movement to get up it, though.
alright, that's fine. I'm gonna move right
Yeah.
here.
Okay. You get up right there, and the white looks over at Zhao and starts looking back to you. Speaking of you, it's Yu's turn. End of your turn, you get to make...
Nope. I'm gonna have Shadow peck at me. If I remember if this is how it works.
Have you ever been held? Oh, you know what? It's a spell that's on your spell list. Sure, go ahead.
One
Okay,
point
that
of
hits. So you take a point of damage.
damage. And I get to repeat the saving throw, right?
Believe so, yeah.
It's an intro whiz save.
It's a wisdom save.
On her
13.
person?
Mm-hmm.
Do they?
Yeah, let me double check. Let's see. White. Hold person. Oh.
No.
Nope. Choose a humanoid that you can see within range. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration. At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw. On a success, the spell ends. That's the only end condition. Let me check what its DC is, because I'll just count this as the end of your turn.
Okay.
You still take the point of damage because you were trying to experiment there. You meet the DC, so you succeed. You break out of the stun. Your body kind of relaxes for a second. Your muscles ache from being so taunt. However, you are free. And that is the end of your turn. It is now the white's turn. This white is... It looks over at Zhao and kind of looks over at Rel again and it weighs its options like, what do I do here? Thonka thonka. And it is going to use its bonus... Yeah, it's going to use a bonus action to cast Misty Step.
Do it.
Oh no.
Yeah, it can definitely reach you with it. And it is going to make... It's going to make another life drain attack on you.
Well, it has to roll a d20.
It sure does. So I'll roll the first d20.
Oh, wait, no. If I must roll.
You roll a d20. Okay.
And he is no
Alright, it
longer
hits one of the clones.
concentrating?
It hits one of the clones. Got it. And it is... It hits the clone, and that clone disappears. And it looks
Hit
like...
a 13.
Wait, does it have to hit a 13 or a 10 for your clone?
It has to hit 10 plus my dex, which is 13.
For your clone?
Yep.
Oh, I thought a clone's
A
touch
duplicate's
AC was 10.
Nope, a duplicate's AC equals 10 plus your dex modifier.
Interesting. Okay, no, it doesn't actually even manage to hit the clone. It just goes wide. Interesting. I thought a clone's touch AC was 10. Neat.
Today you learned.
Okay, so that misses. The clone is still there. You still have your 3 clones. And the white looks confused.
What did you do?
It is now Balak's turn.
You can't escape. No matter what you think you can do, I can always do it better.
And he is going to Misty Step
God damn it.
right here.
This is horseshit.
And he is going to use his Shadow Bolt. Or, I'm sorry, Grave Bolt. It's going to use it... See, he's looking around,
Hit me.
Yeah, he is... Interesting. Okay. He is going to, God damn it. This only makes too much sense, and it bugs me that he has to do this, just, like, canonically. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, and we will adjust this.
Oh.
He teleports to the center of the room using Misty Step. Oh, he can't. He cast a bonus action spell at first level or higher. He's not allowed to cast another spell, right?
I thought we were. There's up to 2nd level.
No, I don't think we can. I think that's just Ashwinter.
Oh, well, Zhao's done it tons of times.
Oh. Okay, sure, why not? So he's just gonna go ahead and cast Darkness. Except I can't move it.
It was like the 2nd spell had to be 2nd level or lower.
We'll review it later. We'll say fine for now. Because I'm pretty sure with this campaign it was... You can't do that. We follow the base spellcasting rules. But I'll go check later. You might be right. I just want to get this presented... Well, okay, there we go. This cloud of darkness expands out from around him. Zhao goes, oh, no. and Rel, you can't see into it at all. The creature that was just attacking you, you still have a really good idea of where they are right now, but they are hidden to you currently.
Amalia just laughs.
Yeah. Amalia and you, neither one of you are affected by this. This is a darkness spell. So. Alright, he is concentrating. He's still hexed. This guy is no longer concentrating, and it is now this guy's turn. He looks at the little dragon, and he slams its hand down on her, and he's gonna make an attack against her.
They have true sight?
Yes.
Does
damn
he
it.
get disadvantage because it's darkness?
No. He has Devil's Sight.
Oh shit.
Yep. All three of them have Devil's Sight. That's why I said it makes too much sense for Balak to cast this. This is the only, like, intelligent move right here. What is Yen's AC?
13.
Barely misses. He rolled a 12. So it just slams down onto your shoulder, no effect. Amalia.
Like, dude, why are you hitting my shoulder when you're trying to hit her?
So I can get back up?
Yeah, you could. Cost 10 feet of movement to get back up. It's difficult terrain, basically.
Okay, so that'd be 20 total?
What do you mean? To get to him? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
I appreciate your tactics, but you're about to find out that they don't work against me.
Turns around and his eyes widen. Oh my god. Fucking Amalia.
Oh,
my
shit.
god. Roll. Okay, does that include your Hexblade's Curse?
Yeah, that was with my Hexblade's
Holy
Curse.
fucking shit. I'm giving you the second crit because he's caught really off guard here by the fact that you're able to fucking see in the first place. He's just like, hello? Like, this is the equivalent of you walking up to him going, "Omae wa mo shinduru." This is his nani? Oh man, 39 points of damage to Balak and Adsul, and he, as you like chop into him, you watch his wounds. They don't like. You cut him all the way across, and his arm just like is now hanging off.
He's gotta make a concentration check too.
He pulls it up and kind of reattaches it a little bit.
I don't think you
I
can
don't
make
die here.
Can you
Concentration.
make a 39 DC?
There was 2 hits.
Yeah, it was 2 hits. He
Oh,
doesn't have to make a
okay.
30 DC. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's 2. It's actually just a.
11,
it's an 11 and a 10.
Mhm.
Concentration check. Hello, I just want to make a check, please. Just
An
want to make
11
a check.
and a 10.
Half of
It's
23 is
half the damage of
11.5.
Oh, it has to be okay.
Yes, it's half the damage you took or 10, whichever is higher. Okay, here's my skill check. That's not the skill check I thought. Okay, wait, hold on. That's also not the skill check I thought. I'm just gonna open his fucking sheet. Oof. He meets the 11. He fails on the 10.
I love how you just walked up, double nat 1 him, and then walked up and then just double nat 20 them.
It makes so much sense narratively, though. Like,
it dies. So just,
he's like this badass, and he's just like blocking your shit, and then he's really cocky. He turns around to Rel, casts darkness, pretty sure that you can't even find him, and you just walk up and you're like, "What's up, bitch?"
Love it. It's so
Love it. That was fucking awesome. Yen's turn.
Yen's just going to try and bite that guy again.
Yen just like
She's
roars
just
out.
gonna stay sitting on my shoulder and just bite at him. 17.
17 hits. 3 damage. Not bad. Not bad.
Okay.
She's just like gnawing on his hand. He's like, no. It is now Zhao's turn.
Well, I don't know. Rel's the most in danger one. Would y'all go help her?
Zhao always helps his team regardless of who it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
he's that's kind of the reason that I originally made him lawful good, is because regardless of who he's working with in a combat scenario, he is the medic. Like that was his job in the military. He was a medic.
Okay. Then that's my sheet, not his.
Shall
He's-
cast chromatic orb.
Gonna cast bless.
Zhao reaches out to Rel and casts Inflict Wounds. Alright, he's gonna cast Bless. Who is he targeting?
Rel, Amalia, and you.
Okay. Cool. And Amalia, you haven't cast any spells yet, right?
I have not.
Okay, good to know. Amalia, Rel, and you are all blessed. Fucking hashtag blessed.
Bless, bitch.
No.
And that is Zhao's action. He reaches out. I've got you. Raises a hand up in the air, and this just like shimmering light kind of shoots out, magic missile style to all three of you, except for instead of damage, it covers you in this shimmering golden aura.
Love it. That's his turn. He doesn't have a bonus action.
Okay, cool. Rel.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want any of this. I'm
I
good.
don't want.
Yeah, you can see him now. He's just like, oh, wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna chromatic orb.
In melee range?
No, I'm gonna use my bonus action before I cast this spell to the 10 feet.
Oh, that's fucking great. Okay, cool.
Um,
You like scoot backwards when the white tries to
Yeah.
take a swipe at you. You prepare a chromatic orb and
concentration check.
nope.
Wait, no.
Wait. Oh yeah. Concentration check. You
I was
failed
like-
your last save.
Yeah,
Never
I
mind.
was like, what?
Yeah. Concentration.
And then I get to add a D4 to this too. Hold on. Wait, no, I have a global save mod. Oh. Yeah. Hold on. There we go. Add that. And then concentration. 19.
You succeed.
Um,
These concentration checks are just 10s.
okay.
So.
So. Can I twin spell that?
Yeah, sure. Go
Bye.
for it.
Twin spell it. I'm gonna hit him. And
Okay. Two lightning orbs fly out in the direction of the white and Balak. Go ahead and roll me attack rolls.
alright, first one's on the white. It's 14.
14 on the white. Yes.
Nice.
Yep.
He
They don't
takes-
have very high AC.
He takes 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. Good to know. And the white is starting to look a little rough. He's actually bloodied.
And then on Balak.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Balak is also bloodied, as a note. I forgot to say that. He's not looking too well.
Oh, it was one off a crit.
Oh, fucking oof. Alright, roll the damage.
That is 11.
11 points of damage. Balak takes a lightning orb to the face and he's
What was
turns
that about
around.
better than me?
Oh, I'll show you.
It's now you's turn. You get a turn.
You
no, I'm using my
disengages,
movement.
runs
Oh, wait.
over here.
Where are you moving?
I'm moving over here.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm
no.
doing the zipper zapper do
Right
shit.
there.
Alright.
He doesn't get an attack of opportunity because I disengage and I
Okay.
run up behind him, parallel, whip out my dagger and stab at him so I get advantage.
Sure.
And I also bleh. Green flame butt. There we go.
Got it. There's nothing around for it to jump to, but you do get an extra D8 damage, I think. Okay.
6 and 7.
7. So 13 points of damage. Not bad. Takes the dagger and like right between the shoulder blades. He just starts making this like horrid noise through his throat, and Amalia, you can actually see in because of your devil's sight, just this area of his throat's now just splitting open,
Oh, this is gonna get fun.
and it is now this white's turn. It continues to try and pursue Rel, except for this time it raises both its hands in the air, and it is going to yeah. It's going to go ahead and fire 2 grave bolts at you.
Those attack rolls?
They are attack rolls, so roll me
Alright.
2 d20s.
Alright. Well, that one hits.
That one would hit, so roll me another one.
That one doesn't.
That one hits a clone if it hits, so...
Yep.
The one, what is your AC?
My AC is 16, my clones is 13.
Okay, the one against you misses, the one against your clone also misses. Damn. Really bad right Holy shit. These two bolts just fly straight past you, and it seems a little shaken by the fact that you're so hard to pin down, and by the fact that they might actually lose this fight. It is now Balak's turn, and Balak
You're gonna fight me this time?
looks up at you. No, I'm not. And he is going to go ahead and he is going to cast... Yeah. He's going to cast Arms of Hadar
Oh no.
at 5th level.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
I know this spell. I have this spell.
Wait.
Huh?
My sneak attack damage.
Oh yeah, you did get sneak attack. Good to know. Good to know. He says, "The shadow will," and he slams his staff on the ground. Amalia, make me a strength saving throw.
Nah, I'm good. I don't want to be here.
That's a failure.
Oh, wait.
Bless.
If I get D4,
D4.
Oh, you do
Yep.
get a D4. You do get a D4.
come on, give me a 2. It's not enough, is it?
That's not enough, unfortunately.
Son of a bitch.
His DC is actually higher than you could have rolled with Bless. I was just letting you roll it.
Ah.
Slams his staff into the ground, and these dark tendrils of shadow just rush out of the ground, grab you around your ankles and your hands. They pry your hands down for a second, restricting you, and he cackles. And he is going to run the fuck away.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is, because he has Misty Step.
Oh shit.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He blinks over here.
Kill them. I don't want them alive anymore.
And it is now this white's turn. This white is going to rush towards you, Amalia, and try to make some attacks against
Oh,
you.
he doesn't want to be a chew toy of a pseudo dragon anymore.
Isn't she restrained technically?
She's not restrained, no.
Don't
She
I-
cannot take reactions.
Don't I take damage, though?
Oh, did I not tell you the damage? I
don't
am
think
sorry.
you did.
He was mostly doing it to get the effect.
Get that out of the way.
28 points of damage. This is necrotic, so you would take half because of your awesome art
Thank
form, so 14.
God.
14 points of damage.
I would have been unconscious.
Yep, warlocks, they're scary. And this white runs up, or well, floats up, just, hey, how you doing? And he is going to use his last second level spell. Oh, actually, no, he's not.
Wait, what about this white? What'd this white do?
That one fired Grave Bolts.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he did. Never mind.
Yeah, this white's going to use its 3rd level spell, and it's going to cast Fear. So I need... Oh, it's going to catch its buddy in this. That's fine. I need Amalia, Zhao, and Yin and you to make wisdom saving throws.
Wisdom. Okay.
Mhm.
Wow!
Proficiency.
I'm not even gonna
She
fucking...
doesn't have
Add-
a saving throw.
Oh yeah, no, you don't get a D4.
I'm not
Yeah,
even
Yin
gonna
doesn't do
add
it.
the D4.
I think I succeed on a 20.
Probably succeed, more than likely. Succeeded on a 13 earlier, so...
Wisdom. 19.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, Amalia is the only one that fails this, actually. Amalia, you are back where this all started.
Oh no.
You are in a field with blood on your hands. And bodies in front of you. And you drop to your knees. You start hyperventilating. You start panicking. You're considered frightened. Your only action can be the dash action to move as far away from this white as possible. Okay. And speaking of which, it is your turn. So, you would move in a direction directly opposite of him as far as you possibly can. The dash action, you would get all the way over here. This is also considered willing movement, so he does get an attack of opportunity against you.
That would give me 60 feet.
Yep. Okay. He's gonna try to make a life drain attack against you. That's gonna miss anyway, so you just start running away from it, and he takes a swipe at you.
Good. Run, little one, run.
So I would probably like curl up in a ball and start crying.
Okay.
Would that break line of sight? Because I feel like that would technically
yes.
make me prone.
Yeah, that would break line of sight. And this is the fear spell, so for reference, I will ping it for you. While frightened by the spell, a creature must take the dash action to move away from you by the safest available route to each of its turns. Unless there is nowhere to move, if the creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight to you, the creature can make a wisdom saving throw. On a successful save, the spell ends for that creature. So you can end your turn here and make a wisdom save.
Yes.
Okay. 13 barely succeeds. You're no longer frightened.
Okay.
The vision fades from your mind, and you catch your breath. Yin.
Okay, Yin is going to fly here and then up here to get up behind this guy, and she's going to attack him.
Is she like trying to like keep low and then swoop up over
Yep.
so he doesn't see her?
Well, that, and I'm trying to not get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, I
with him.
see. Okay, go ahead and roll an attack roll for her.
I already did.
Okay, 10 doesn't hit actually. He does have some AC. Zhao's like, oh man, Amalia, are you okay? Okay, bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Rel's gonna tell Zhao. Oh, no, Zhao's gonna move here.
Okay.
I don't know who he would hit at this point.
I'd go for the big bad.
Zhao twin spells.
Probably the big bat. So yeah, he's gonna hit it with a mace.
Okay. 16 hits. 6 points of damage out. Just this fucking mace hit, and you just hear this wet thud as it lands into the head of this guy. And
I will not die here today, not by your hand. 1,000 years I've been alive. Just because I'm low on souls doesn't mean I'm not still a servant of the shadow.
it's your turn, Rel.
Rel looks dead at the necromancer as she rakes her fingers through the air and like ether starts to form around her. This is me using my sorcery points and turning them into a spell slot.
Okay.
And says, "Yes, you will." And I'm going to cast Call Lightning.
Okay.
Right here. I'm gonna hit the white and him.
Ooh, nice. All right. So whirl your hands around, do some funky magic, and he watches the clouds brew. You just watch his eyes turn skyward in this room that is shifting between darkness and light. Like, you see the shadows that would normally be cast suddenly become bright, piercing light, and then they eventually turn back into shadows. And when you do this lightning bolt arcs down and turns the whole room to stark white for a brief, just half a second. And they both have to make a dex save.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both going to fail, 6 and a 5.
Wow.
Yep. So Balak takes 17 damage. The white takes 17 damage. And as the lightning bolt strikes, it arcs off the ground and up to Balak, and he puts a hand up and tries to deflect it, and it just echoes through his body. And you watch the lightning arc between exposed bones, and he falls to the ground, just still electrocuted, and eventually plummets into the dirt, dead. The white dissipates. The other white across the room goes, and then you watch it just disperse into dust.
Awesome! You climbs up and goes to the dead body and loots it.
That fight could have been really scary if Rel had failed that save, or if Amalia did not have necrotic resistance. Oh man.
Oh, I didn't make a constant.
Huh?
Hold on. Did I make my int save?
We'll say yes.
Shush.
I didn't.
Shush.
Roll me one right now.
Well, I say that because I should have made another concentration check.
Yeah, roll me a concentration check right now.
Alright, well I succeeded. We're
You would have succeeded anyways. Okay. Roll me an int save.
Hey.
There you go. You would have been fine after that, anyways. Amalia, you're good. Oh, you're good. Your fear has worn off. You are no longer scared. I heard you the first time, Heather.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's still crying in a corner.
Okay. On Balak's person, you find a couple of interesting items. You find a. You just find a small pouch. There is. Amalia, you see this little pseudo dragon kind of flit over to you and land next to you and kind of nudges you with its nose for a second. Kind of curls up to you for a minute. Your raven's like, wait a minute. It's just my territory, bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
Wait, who's
This is my
Raven?
warlock.
Oh, she's
No, I'm not.
taking
I'm sorry, not Raven. Phoenix.
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 I'm just like, I'm confused. What happened?
Sorry, Phoenix. On his body, you find 65 gold and a small black book that seems to contain a series of important notes. You also find a large brown and gold. No, it is large black and blue satchel. When you look inside the satchel, there isn't anything in there.
Any idea what the satchel is? There's nothing in it.
He's not carrying anything in his satchel.
I'm not
Yeah,
blind.
Yin lets you pet her. In fact, she kind of like snuggles up to you.
Oh, I want a pet dragon.
Pet dragons are nice.
Teeny tiny
Until
and
they
big
get
ones.
really big and they don't fit in the house anymore.
Yeah, that's why you get pseudo dragons. They're a small breed. Yeah, Zhao looks at it and goes, I don't think I know what to think about that. You just carry a satchel on you that's empty? Sure, whatever, I guess. He seemed crazy.
I flip open the book and read.
Okay. So you gain insight into Balak. I think I probably should just read this. Reading through this, you gain just a quick insight into this guy. You can tell that he's worked with slavers from Nordatero, to kind of bring him experiments victims, more or less, which he's already told you. He would pay them in spell scrolls, potions, gold, and other things, sometimes favors. And when he was done with the victims, he would discard them in the bone pit, which he does note is beginning to quote-unquote smell worse than death. He seems to have secluded himself away in this area. This is almost like a journal. You gather that he's trapped himself inside this place, with kind of unintentionally, really, to escape from Ahelslsifl the Hero. That's her full name. Find her
Ahelslsifl the
name.
Hero. Yes.
Yeah, Ahelslsifl the Hero.
Can you
And
type it in chat for me when you get a chance.
it's already been typed in chat.
Okay.
And his plan here is to wait her out. If he can live long enough, he will outlive her. So maybe he can, wait her out. The last entries in the journal are basically him expressing distaste at the fact that he doesn't have any fresh victims. And it's him also kind of pondering on the nature of these summoning circles. Why are they functional whenever he can't use any summoning magic, the kind that he would normally use here? He's not sure. It also contains a series of command words for all of the doors. And let's see. You also gather that he has been trying to deal with some of the stranger entities from these summoning portals to power a room full of raw aether, which you have now encountered. the last bit of strange lore that you gather just from a quick scan of this book is that he's trying various applications of Aether in substitution of souls. So instead of extracting a soul from someone to maintain lichdom, his plan seems to be: can you extract pure Aether from people and use that to fuel your lichdom? Is it possible? Not sure. Maybe. So, which would be a much less deadly thing to do. You can extract Aether from people. That's totally a thing. And it doesn't kill them. It probably hurts like a motherfucker. It would feel a lot like probably would feel a lot like a really bad fatigue and a headache if you had a bunch of Aether taken out of you. But Aether replenishes itself, so you don't have to kill the person. He'd essentially be like a soul vampire if he succeeded on this. But it looks like he never did make as much progress. He also has some notes on green ooze and applications of ooze and how oozes can be used in necromancy. And apparently they have a lot of uses. In fact, his plan, he wants to make a giant ooze, a gargantuan one, made of undead things, and an ooze entirely composed of undead creatures. And he's been working on it in this facility. You guys waded through it earlier.
Oh, that's my thoughts exactly.
Where's the room notes for this? Let's see. This room is Balak's personal hobby. He's attempting to create a gargantuan undead ooze using the remains of those that he's destroyed through his experiments. Every few days, he dumps a few bodies from the death pit into this room for decomposition and assimilation.
Oh, so guys, you kind of waded through an undead ooze.
Welcome to Grossland.
I got carried over it both times. Wait, Amalia's not over there. Never mind.
No, the pit Rel waded through.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was a bunch of decomposed undead bodies and acid.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I was that close to death.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
I didn't know it was an ooze.
None of us knew it was an ooze.
The whole thing was an ooze. You took acid damage when you waded through that.
I didn't take any damage.
You did.
I don't remember taking any damage.
Did you check your clothes?
I subtracted it from your health without telling you. It's so minute. It's so minute you wouldn't notice it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that explains why I was missing that health.
You only took 2 damage through wading through the whole pit. So.
I was sitting there and I was like, when did I lose health?
Yep. It's so minute. There's no way you would have noticed it. It's like. So most oozes, whenever they attack their victims, they have a numbing agent. So you don't feel it. An ooze could kill you when you're sleeping. You would never know it.
Oh, that's nice.
It's pretty terrible. Like, oozes are scary as fuck. Like, with a numbing agent and other things, other chemicals inside of an ooze, they could literally just put you to sleep and dissolve you, and you would just be gone. That's the end.
It's really considerate of them.
Yeah. It prevents people from struggling. Makes it easier to eat.
I don't feel like that's considerate, but
Lots of animals in the animal kingdom have it as well. A lot of animals can numb you. That's what ticks do. Whenever they're sucking your blood, or mosquitoes, they inject a numbing agent first.
I don't want to talk about ticks.
Yeah, me either. I live in Arkansas. There's so many ticks here, they outnumber like all the other insects.
My dad found some in the garage.
Great.
So now we have to keep an eye out for them.
Oh, they're just everywhere here. Like, you just expect them to exist.
I've had Lyme disease before.
Oh god, that's rough.
Don't want to know what that's like.
Is there any in the satchel? I don't know what would be reasonable for this, but is there any pouches or anything that would be holding anything?
There are the satchel itself is composed of a singular large central area. Looks like the main part of a backpack, basically. And it does look a lot like a backpack. It doesn't have a zipper, but instead it has a drawstring on the main pouch, and then on the side pouches, they are button pouches. There's 2 side pouches that are on the front of the pack itself, and all three areas are completely empty.
Hmm.
Is this what I think it is?
I think
I
I
mean, it
know
could
what it
be.
is, but I'm trying to not metagame. She's just gonna stick a coin in it.
Okay. And stick a coin in it and look in. The coin's gone.
My coin just disappeared. Where'd my fucking coin go?
Right, I want to know what books are over here.
Okay. Make a. Hold on. I have something set up for this because I knew you would ask in the first place.
Would you be intelligent
roll an
enough to know
investigation
what
check.
happened?
Yeah, she would. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana check, you. Rel
Gotcha.
investigation. And let me find something quick.
Can I ask Zhao for guidance?
Sure.
Cool.
I would just simply cast Detect Magic, but I don't think I have that at will right now.
Wait, really? I don't have.
No, I
Okay,
don't.
that's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see here. What'd you roll? You rolled a 9. It's really difficult to find anything in the dark. Honestly, it's almost impossible. You're like looking around. You have dark vision, but dark vision doesn't lend itself to very well to things that all have like the same color value. And it's really hindering your search right here.
Cool, I cast light.
Yeah, you just cast light. Roll another investigation check. This time, just normal. You can cast it with guidance as well, or do it with guidance.
Zhao could help if he's
Oof.
got proficiency in.
Yeah, you're not finding anything interesting. You're poring over some of the tones. You do get a few for free because of this conversation. You do find. Let me just copy this one. I wonder if it'll copy the bullet as well. Probably not. Okay. Find the Mythos of Norden, and one that he was reading. Interesting. Was this one? The General Thesis on Gods and Monsters by Dalek. Kind of like Dilly Dally.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking it was.
Exterminate. That's what I thought of. I thought of Daleks.
Oh god, no, not like this. Fuck the Daleks.
No, that probably won't end well.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Well.
I mean, have you seen the inside of a Dalek?
No, I don't want to.
You probably could.
You know, I want to have this conversation again.
Oh my god. All right. So, what are you all doing?
Well, I mean, what did I learn from my Arcana check?
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you make one. I was waiting for you to. You're not sure what's going on here. You're certain it's magical in nature, 100%, but you're not sure what's going on. And Zhao is over here with Rel.
Guys,
I'm sorry, what happened?
I looted a guy. Well, I looted the guy, and where did I copy from? All the way up to there. All right.
Is his body still fully formed?
It
Kinda,
is.
sorta.
Yeah, it's pretty much fully formed. It's not degraded or anything. The two whites are dust.
I'm just gonna stab my greatsword through his head.
Okay, stab the greatsword. You hear the skull crack. He is very, very dead.
Have any of you
Just-
heard of a bag that makes stuff disappear?
Didn't we talk about this before?
Oh, yeah, I have. There's a bag of devouring.
No. What? No. Oh, not that type of bag. Kind of like
What?
the
What
little
stuff
mithril
disappear?
bags that we have here.
Those don't make stuff disappear.
Yeah, they don't make stuff disappear. They just make it impervious.
The only bag I know is a bag of devouring.
Maybe we could get it identified.
Amalia,
Wait a minute.
identify it.
Amalia, don't you know that spell?
What spell? What?
Because I want my
I don't know
fucking
what you're
coin
talking
back.
No, you'll get your coin back some way or another. I'm sure.
Well, none of it's a bag of devouring. It's fucking
Someone,
gone.
Shut up.
you didn't even. You know what? I'm just gonna identify it.
I'm trying to be optimistic.
Okay. So are you gonna take 10 minutes and identify it?
Yep.
No. Kind of sit down. Rel, imagine you're looking through all of this. What are you doing in this 10 minutes?
Just watching her.
Okay, just watching her.
Fucking coin back.
I want my coin back.
I just imagine you're sitting there with like the anime pouty face. Your ears are back, and you just got this like angry pout on your face with like one side of your mouth is just a straight line, like a straight vertical line. And just Rel and Zhao, what are you guys doing?
Well, I guess if I can't find any other books, I'm gonna read through the 2 that I have.
Okay. The 2 that you have, the Mythos of Norden is a very technical book. Definitely nonfiction. You already have the Shadow of Nordotero. So Doop. That's the Shadow of Nordotero. Fictional story comes from the Norden myths of the Shadow. It's about a woman who tries and fails to prove the Shadow's existence, who then disappears on an isle off the eastern coast of Nordotero. You have a general thesis on gods and monsters. This one's also just a very technical book, like a stark contrast from the previous one you just read. And this one is series of notes and discussions, kind of like scholars writing each other and analyzing and stuff like that. They're debating the existence of deities or maybe even demi-deities, and the strange kind of no man's lands in places like Oldhome, Vargar, Wild's Peak, Vetriclor, Illithaf, and other places. And they really hit home the point that these no man's lands are really etherically charged, like impossibly so. More than any other area in the world, pretty much. And it's also really strange that every single continent has at least one of these no man's lands, except for Mirvanine. They have never found one on Mirvanine. So they posit a bunch of speculation, basically. And then skimming through the Mythos of Norden, this one gives you some information regarding the mythos itself, which you already know a little bit about because it's part of just the basic lore of the world. But this kind of explains it more in detail. It talks about the myths, the full extent of the myths. There are like 8 different myths that are pretty well known to everybody. Just like everybody can name like a few saints from Christianity. Well, everyone can name a few of the myths, but there's a lot of myths, and they include things like the dragon, the phoenix, the blade, the raven, the shield, the shadow, the tree, and there's just a lot of others. And this is the Norden religion. They basically worship these as spirits that are over their own small domains. They're kind of like, not necessarily even demigods, but like, I mean, demigods is about as good as you can put it. They're like lesser gods almost. The Nordens don't believe in any true like major god or anything, but they do believe that there are spirits that are over certain domains. They don't encompass everything, but like, the shadow is over the domain of mystery, and trickery, and deceit. The raven is over the domain of knowledge and information, and death. The dragon is over the domain of strength and war and carnage, etc., etc. But that's it. Some of it you already knew, but you now have a much better understanding of the mythos itself.
What's the book on the shadows called?
It is a shadow of Nordotero. Just 1 second. Hold on. I'll post it here.
Thank you. Post these descriptions in here.
And while you're reading these, make me another investigation check.
Okay.
Okay. Your rolls have sucked tonight.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, everyone's has. And Amalia, you finish the spell. Identifying it. This is a very interesting piece of magical equipment. Very strange, but very, very handy. See, that was a pun, and it was an accidental one. I didn't realize until you laughed that that's okay. Anyways, this is a handy haversack. basically central pouch, 2 side pouches. Each side pouch can hold up to 20 pounds, and the large pouch in the center can hold up to 80 pounds. It's essentially a bag of holding. It functions very similarly, except the total that it can hold is 120 pounds. However, the backpack itself always only weighs 5 pounds, period. Yep. So, does have some limitations. If it's overloaded, or if a sharp object pierces it or tears it, it ruptures, it's destroyed immediately, and its contents just disappear into the void. So that's kind of dangerous. You do note with the spell, if you turn it inside out, its contents will spill forth unharmed, and the haversack must be put right before it can be used again. You also know that you can place creatures in here as well. So,
Oh.
yeah.
Let's not say we did, because that's a good way to get it triggered.
That's what you gather from the identify spell.
Well, the good news is I don't think your coin's gone.
Really?
You also know how to
I'm-
operate it.
I'm going to reach in and pull out her coin.
Good. You pull out the coin. Choo, it's there.
Here you go. And I hand it to her.
How does it work?
You have to-
void things.
It doesn't say here. I don't know why, but you have to think about the object that you're pulling out, and then you boop.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, it works differently than a bag of holding. When you reach into the haversack for a specific item, the item is always magically on top. There you go.
Oh shit. It is handy. Where did it go? Wonders items. There it is. I guess I would relay the information that I learned through the spell to her.
Okay.
That would mean he would have more equipment on him. Flip it inside out. Let's see what he had.
I flip it inside out.
Oh boy. All right. You
We all
spill
just get
forth.
sucked into the void.
Yeah, though you fucking
no.
a bag of devouring plops out, folds upside down, and eats all of you. No. You spell out a pretty good amount of money. Let's see. Or not money. I'm sorry. A pretty good amount of potions.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yes. So you find in total. One, two. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You find 2 diamonds, and just a quick glance, probably about 500 gold apiece.
Joe could use those.
You find 3 vials of a strange, thick brown liquid that smells like aloe. You find 3 spell scrolls, and you find 9 potions in his bag.
Jiminy Christmas.
What do the spell scrolls say?
They are a scroll of... hold on. And the last one is... One scroll of Phantom Steed, 1 scroll of Life Transference, and 1 scroll of Circle of Death.
What the fuck is Circle of Death?
That is a 6th level spell.
Oh, dear.
Something to do with circles and death?
Well, what can be used for it?
It's essentially a necrotic fireball, but it also, like, fucks a bunch of shit up in the area as well. It's a necrotic fireball with, like, a 90-foot radius instead of a 20-foot radius.
Would any of these happen to be a ritual?
I think Phantom Steed is.
It
Pretty
is,
sure.
yeah.
It is?
There you go.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, but
this
is
is
it
what
It is
Oh,
a
it
wizard
totally
spell.
is! What?
I handed
So-
it to Amalia. Here you go.
You could potentially copy down Phantom Steed in your book at some point.
Oh, snap.
How are we gonna figure out what... Joe!
Yes, hello. Hi.
We need help with potions over here.
My name is Jar. Okay, let's go.
Where did I put my other spell scroll?
Just roll me. It's a wisdom check. But he would be proficient in this, I think. Is he proficient in?
Yeah, he is.
Was he proficient in tool wise?
Oh, tool wise?
Yeah, I'm wondering
healer's
if he's-
kit.
Healer's kit, not herbalism. That's fine. Go ahead and just roll me a medicine check. All right, not bad, not bad. 23. DC on to identify all of these was 20, so succeeds. You have. There's quite a few here, so I'm just gonna rapid fire these things.
You do that.
In fact, I'm gonna copy and paste the main bulk of this. There's that.
Oh dear. Okay.
If he didn't use it on the fight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he used any of them.
He's vulnerable to radiant damage. Or he
Oh.
was. So radiant resistance potions help him quite a bit. But he didn't seem to need it. So he didn't use it. And then the last potion is Potion of Dragon Breath.
Is that the brown one?
No.
No.
The brown ones are an Arcana check to identify. As Zhao looks at them and he's just like, I have no idea what these
Well,
are.
can she identify them then?
Rel might be able to.
I think she meant with the identify spell.
Oh, no.
That was just an ask.
They're not inherently magical. They are created through magical means, however. They are not created
Okay.
through like herb lore and stuff like that. They are created through actual spells being cast on a substance, and transmutation magic. So it would be difficult to identify them because they are just non-magical goop. However, Zhao looks at them and smells them and he's like, I am not really sure what these are. That's, they smell good though.
Oh dear lord, so much to type. I'm kidding. I don't really care. I like doing this.
So
Oh
am I
no,
making
so much
an Arcana
loot.
check for them.
Would you like to?
Oh, I guess.
make an
can-
Arcana
I-
check.
I can help.
Okay,
It's
advantage.
okay.
Who wants the potion of dragon breath?
Oh, now I roll well.
Hey, at least you rolled well. Here you go, friends.
How much did I kill the DC by?
Quite a bit.
It's okay, I didn't need that for the investigation check or anything, Dice, thanks.
That'll be useful for you later. So that's 3 of them?
3 vials of restorative ointment.
Rel, I think you should keep one of these in case you get another disease.
It's essentially a lesser restoration,
Alright, I'll keep one.
basically, anyway.
Love how she
Yeah.
didn't fight that.
I mean,
She
Not
does
wrong.
do stupid shit.
And
You want one,
also,
Amalia?
I mean, I have fly, but it probably wouldn't hurt to have one just in case.
I marked it as you, Rel, and me.
I would like Zhao to make a perception check as well,
Oh,
as a
no.
note. Good to know. Man, what happened? Did you fucking kill a pope or something?
I don't know.
Okay. Alright, well, anyways. Yeah.
I feel like you've given me 3 chances at this point.
I have. Well, this one was for something separate, but
Oh, okay.
I hand one of the diamonds to Zhao.
what's Zhao's passive perception?
Mine's 21.
I'm curious what Zhao says.
12.
Okay. Wow, he's not proficient. Okay.
No,
Gotcha.
he's not.
Gotcha.
Who's got more than me?
And more than me, I'm at 10.
Oh god, okay.
I'm also at 10.
This is a low passive perception party. Here we go, boys.
Except for
Mine's
that
21.
one guy.
Yeah, yours is 21, theirs isn't.
Yeah, if you don't see it, we're fucked.
Y'all.
That is true.
Alright, anyways. So, you guys have killed the baddie.
I put the majority of the potions back. Can we have a small sheet? Who's carrying this thing?
Yeah, can I have one of those potions of healing?
Yeah, I'll hand one to you.
Thank you.
I have plenty. I could have given you one of mine if you needed it.
I haven't really needed one until I got hit with Blight for 21 fucking damage.
Fucking blight is scary, man.
I saved. And it almost killed me.
Fucking don't fuck with blight.
Considering he upcasted it as well.
He didn't upcast it. He can only cast spells at 5th level. He's a warlock.
I need 8. I need level 8 so bad.
What is level 8?
You know what, mate?
I'm gonna get my tiefling trait that gives me +1 to my con and something else.
Oh,
And that'll give me 14 con.
Nice.
And yeah.
All I got out of that was we murdered a warlock of at least 9th level.
Yes.
Hi.
And his 2 minions.
He thought he was better. Guess what?
He got cocky and it fucked him over.
Oh yeah, by the way, where's his phylactery?
I don't know. Does he have one?
I'm
Do you know?
assuming so. He consumes souls.
That doesn't necessarily require a phylactery. Anyone can do it.
She said earlier that he wasn't a lich.
You can roll a Arcana check if you want.
Yes, can I ask for guidance?
Sure.
Alright. Amalia, can I have help?
What kind of check is it?
Arcana.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, a 21.
21. You're not terribly sure where his phylactery would be if he has one. You're not sure if he has one either. You know it's possible, it's potential. You know liches need one, and he seems to be trying to break the bind, so possible, but you don't know where he'd be storing it. You can look around if you'd like.
Or ask me to.
I'm gonna ask you to, and I'm gonna read this book. I'm just gonna sit there and just be.
Okay.
Just sit there and pout.
I start
am.
looking
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
with
You
advantage.
get advantage.
With Ian.
Yep.
Can I
Yep.
get guidance from Zhao?
Sure, Joe will help you look. He'll be like, alright, let's look around. 21. Okay. You search through like the portions of the library that he had, and you start just kind of like tumping over books, and you're looking around, and you're like, all right, where the fuck is this thing? You inspect the table, however, and you find that at the bottom of the table on the side that he was standing on, there is. It's almost imperceptible, but there is a seam there.
Is there any traps?
Make me an investigation check.
Who else is proficient in investigation? Please
I
God.
don't think
me.
any of us are.
No one is.
Damn it.
This is the one time that you're on your own.
Can I get guidance?
Sure, you can always have guidance as long as you have like time to cast it. 13? Doesn't appear to be trapped.
Oh, I
You don't
played-
see an opening mechanism necessarily either, though.
You said it was a seam. Can I cut the
Yeah.
seam
Can you cut it?
with the dagger?
Wait, what? Are you like inserting the dagger into the seam?
Yeah.
And then doing what with it?
I thought it was like fabric on a seam.
No, a seam, not. So a seam is just like a line of nothingness, basically. Like a crack in a door is a seam. The seam of the door.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're right. Like there is a fabric seam as well, but those are two different types of seams.
Okay. I was just.
Welcome to English.
Yeah.
Fucking hate
Anyway.
English.
I do too.
There's a strange seam here. I'm not sure how to open it. Is there something in my thieves' tools I can use to pry it open?
The seam is super thin. There's nothing that you think you would even fit in there. Like, it is almost impossible.
Can I look for an opening mechanism then?
Sure. Make an investigation check.
With guidance.
Mhm.
Woohoo!
Nice, 22. You're looking for an opening mechanism, and you like push on the seam itself on one side, and it pops out just a little bit, just enough to get your thieves' tools into.
Is there a lock there?
There is.
Okay.
Interestingly, point of order, you did not find a key on Balak or in his haversack, but there is a keyhole right here.
Oh!
Hey, I
It's
need
the
that
key I have, yeah.
Need that key.
Yeah.
Well, it might be.
Might be.
I hand her the the where is it? The mithril sack key thing that we found.
Okay.
Is that it?
Insert the key. It doesn't fit.
Okay.
You got like a bronze key.
An iron key too.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Well,
found
that's
a
a
long
keys.
time ago.
Well, that doesn't mean it's not the key.
Alright, sure, I hand the iron key too.
It doesn't fit.
Damn it.
Hmm.
Should I
Either
check in the books?
if you want to, sure, go ahead. Check the books. I doubt there's any keys in the books.
I did. I didn't find anything. Doesn't mean you won't. I mean, you saw that and I didn't see it. She says as her nose is buried in a book.
You can roll me an investigation check on the books if you'd like. See if you can find any keys.
Okay.
You can do it with disadvantage to be also looking for interesting books if you'd like. Up to you.
I will do that later. I'll look for her for books later. First key.
Does it look like a traditional keyhole? Just a...
Not necessarily. It does look like a traditional key might fit in it, but it is thinner and like more elongated than what you might expect from traditional keys.
Okay.
Yeah. Like much thinner. It's probably less than a
25.
quarter-inch wide. 25. God damn. Yep, you find the fucking key, I guess. Holy. Now we know where all of Rel's luck is going. Fucking you is siphoning it out of her.
Doesn't even say where you get the
Was it
key,
in the
just
book?
you fucking
It is
find
in
the
it is
key.
in a book. Yes.
Wow! I totally just guessed.
The key is in one of his books. Looks around, you find one book that has been disturbed quite frequently. Some of these books haven't been moved in what might be years, decades, perhaps. The dust piles up so thickly in front of some of them that you could insert your finger into it and pull it out, and there would still be a ton of dust there.
Okay, maybe he is older than my parents.
He's pretty old. So is the druid chasing him. But you notice one book has been disturbed quite frequently. The dust in front of it is very light. And you pull it out, it's probably only like a couple of weeks worth of dust. You pull it out and look at it, and it's just this plain leather bound tome, no title or anything, and open it, and there's a false page inside. This contains the key. The key is almost paper thin. It's very, very thin, and the tumbler, the teeth of the key, kind of are a little bit more elongated than what you would expect from a normal key. More of a key card, really.
This is weird. I open it.
Okay, you insert it. A small drawer pops out. Taking the drawer, picking it up, and removing it from the stone table in front of you. You examine its contents, and you find a large pouch. This drawer is really heavy, as a note. The pouch is probably the heaviest part, and as you pick the pouch up out of the drawer, it chings just a little bit. The sound of money.
Where does this guy not hold money? Or items? God damn.
There's also a bound black book in the drawer, and a spell scroll.
What's the spell scroll of?
The spell scroll is Raised Dead.
Raised dead. Is that a ritual?
It's not.
No.
Okay. Well, we got
It's,
another Rage Dead scroll.
Rage
Can I see
Dead.
the book?
Raged.
I was just about to open the book. Do you want to read it with me?
Yes.
Opening up the book, this is a ledger of sorts. It's keeping track of transactions between different mercenary clans. It mentions several different ones, and all of these transactions appear to be slave trades. Some of them are slave trades with additional things brought in, materials, spell components, other things like that. But most of them seem to be slave trades, and it mentions several different mercenary companies, and interestingly, it also mentions a few transactions with the Argent Trading Coalition.
Is that the bad one or this one?
That is the really huge Merchants Guild.
Which is the smugglers or the good ones?
There's no known smugglers. The Argent Trading Coalition is essentially the British.
Am I part of that?
You're not part of it, no.
Which one am I part of then?
You're part of the Merchants Guild.
Merchants Guild, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Argent Trading Coalition is the Merchants Guild out of Ardfadaya, which they deal in all sorts of stuff, but they're very aggressive about their business practices. Like, they're exceptionally aggressive capitalism, essentially. And you see here they appear to be trading in slaves, to the point that the ledger is signed and thumbprinted. There's like an actual signature.
What's the signature?
It is of Callus McGreer.
He's part of the what? Can you spell the name of the trading company, please?
Further on into the book, it details sections of the library and where he's keeping certain things. You pick out a single title that kind of catches your attention immediately. Just snap straight to it, and it's The World Wings and Etheric Magic by Mali the Magnificent. Turning around, you can spot it on the shelf.
There you go, Rao.
Rob picks that up and starts rifling through it.
Okay. Doing a quick scan, it details the 5 World Wings, which are, of course, as you know, the closest thing this world has ever had to gods, really. They were the gargantuan dragons. Whoops, I just fucked up. Hold on. They were the gargantuan dragons from days of old. Now disappeared, except for the newest one, Avir. There was one that was killed, we know that for sure, and its name was Vaxes. It actually starts to detail more information on all of the others. However, it's a thick, heavy book, and it might take some time to process through all of it. This would probably be something you would want to look through in downtime to gain quite a bit of insight.
Okay. I'm gonna hold on to it then.
Okay.
What's the name of the book called?
The book is just The World Wings. Hold on. I will give you the preliminary notes on it. Okay. That is all you find. There is a satchel of gold.
Okay, satchel gold. Alright,
Well, actually, you peek inside it really quickly. It's a satchel of platinum. But, you know,
how much platinum?
there's a lot. There's a whole lot. You can make a quick mercantile check to try to gather how much.
Just put down like 500. We'll call it good.
Okay, it's really difficult to estimate. This is a heavy satchel, and that's a lot of platinum.
Okay, I dig
This is
through
a
it to see.
either way. This is a fuck ton of money.
If there's a phylactery there.
There is not.
Okay. I put it. Do you think this will fit in that handy haversack? I point it. I imagine it's on the table. Point to it. Do you think it's worth a try, right?
Yeah.
I attempt to put it in there.
Put it in there. It fits.
I'll count it later.
It weighs somewhere between 5 and 7 pounds, roughly.
This
I
isn't
wanna-
too bad.
Unless if you want me to count it now.
No, we can't really do anything with a bunch of platinum right in this moment anyways, so.
I want to look through the drawer. Is
Yeah,
there
I
anything
was-
else in there?
What were you doing, Ara?
I want to look through the drawer. Is there anything else in there?
No, there's nothing else. That's it.
Is there a secret compartment within the drawer?
You can make me an investigation check.
With guidance.
He has a hidden compartment and a hidden compartment. That
And a
was
hidden-
I wouldn't doubt it.
I wouldn't
You
either.
don't find anything.
God damn it. I can't find anything.
I want to take the drawer out and turn it upside down.
Okay. You take the drawer out and turn it upside down. The universe spills out of it. No, there's nothing.
Shake
Nothing.
it.
Yeah, the drawer was also already taken out and placed on the
okay.
table. Yeah. It's not like a typical drawer, like a sliding drawer, like this one. It's not one of these. It's like a essentially a box with no lid that fits snugly inside of this table.
Yeah, I shake it.
Yeah, you shake it, nothing comes out. That's
Is
it.
there anything rattling?
I don't think there's anything rattling.
No.
Okay.
Hey, John, smash it!
I'm pretty sure he wasn't a lich.
All right. Roll an attack for sure.
So I have to do it.
Yes.
Anyone can. Oh, here. Rel just needs to sit the fuck down for a second and just think about what she's done. I don't know what she did, but man,
Oh, no, God.
it must have been awful. It's the mind muddle. You're like, fuck, got in my head.
Well,
It's not even me, that's Shao.
I know.
I do have a question. Is that name familiar that we got from the ledger?
Any of you that want to can roll a history check. Man, Pathfinder has a lore world skill, and I really wish D&D 5e had something like, right up that alley.
Right?
Because this isn't history, this is current events.
I'll roll for Zhao this time if you want me to.
It's already been rolled. Oh, no, it hasn't. Never
No,
mind.
it
Go ahead.
hasn't. Just in case.
So
There you
glad I
go.
could roll for something that
There
I'm
you
not
go.
Hey.
actually like.
Amalia and you, surprisingly,
Zhao.
neither of you.
Zhao.
Uh,
That was Zhao.
You can let me finish my sentences. Amalia and you, surprisingly, you've never heard of this person before. Don't interrupt the DM. Your character takes 45,000 points of psychic damage. However, Zhao and Rel, both of you have heard the name before, and you're vaguely familiar with him. He is one of the higher ups in the Argent Trading Coalition, like fairly high. He's not exactly at the top. He's not part of the Trading Council, but he's kind of like one of the governors.
I relay that.
Okay.
That's not good. He's not with us, is he?
The amounts on all of these transactions are pretty substantial as well. Most of them are in the neighborhood of about 3,500 to 4,000 gold.
Why are we doing this?
Hmm?
What?
I didn't hear what you said.
I didn't say anything.
Okay.
I said, why aren't we doing this?
Hey, turns out criminal activity pays really, really well up until you get caught.
You just kill whoever catches you.
Yeah, that seems to have been his plan.
And you guys didn't want to support him. I was all for supporting him.
I wasn't okay with the souls.
I was.
Amalia is okay with slavery, though.
What? As long as the soul isn't damaged.
Jesus Christ.
Okay then.
All right. So, where are you guys going from here?
Did Job smash the box?
Oh, no. I thought that was implied.
Well, can you do it again?
You can try.
Okay.
Just leave the box alone. There's nothing
No!
in it.
Do you want me
No.
to attack it for you?
Yes.
Please do. I'm not rolling.
Hand axe or mace?
I'm done. Mace. Don't
Probably
break it
mace.
inside.
20.
20?
20.
Roll damage.
5.
Yeah. Smashes the box. It's open. There's nothing inside.
Oh, okay.
No.
No.
Doesn't appear to be a phylactery around here.
Just sever his head on the way out.
Is there anything back behind where the box was?
Get down and look. Nope.
Is there a secret compartment in there?
Not that you see.
Hey, you. Look for a secret compartment in here.
Fine. I do.
I'm not doing it. Shall gives you guidance.
I guess I'm doing that. Do I roll DM?
For you're actually looking inside the. Yeah.
Rel is
Yeah,
making me, yes.
Go for it. Go for it. There's nothing in here.
Brendan's like, stop, please.
Rel's just beset by madness all of a sudden, so all she can do is just think about hidden compartments. Shadows and shadows and shadows.
Shadows.
What if, like, you know, because four-dimensional creatures would be like over three-dimensional creatures. What if we're just like shadows of four-dimensional creatures? Because like shadows are just two-dimensional versions of us, you know. Whoa.
Are
This is
there
my-
less than?
Is there any more books
No, there too.
that you want?
I mean, yes. When don't I
I
want
want
books?
to take her home.
Sorry. When don't I want books?
Strap her to a chair so she can't get into any more shit.
Can I have my arms free to read books?
No, because then you can cast spells.
I don't want to cast spells. I
Maybe
wanna
we
read
should
books.
strap her to a chair and just tape her mouth shut so she can't make deals with evil things.
That too. Can we just throw her in this backpack thing?
I think so. I'm pretty sure she would fit.
I don't think she would fit because you know the weight limit. She's heavier than it.
Real, how heavy
Is
are
she?
you?
Well, that's really rude to ask.
Okay, well, if it makes you feel any better, I can tell you how heavy I am.
I don't know. Last time I got weighed about 105 pounds.
With your items?
She could fit in without items. We just take her items, stuff her in the haversack. Let's go.
Yeah, she said last time she weighed herself, so even with items, this.
I don't know.
So what we have to do is we have to. Zhao, you can like restore limbs, right? Like put
no.
a limb back on.
No, that's not in my purview.
Oh, never
Let's
mind.
not chop
No,
up.
no. It's fine. Rel takes off her backpack and all of her items. Put me in there.
No, we have other stuff in there.
Yeah.
Well, take it out.
No,
I wanna know
because
what it's
then I
like.
have to carry it.
No. I just want to know what it's like in there.
Okay, fine.
If you're over 80 pounds, you're not gonna fit.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
the central pouch only holds 80. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I was asking about severing body parts, cause then she could fit.
Put me in there. I want to be lost to the astral sea.
No.
No.
What's the S or C?
Oh, is that not how this works in this world?
It's the
Not
void.
necessarily, no.
It's the void.
The void.
Put me in there. I want to know what the void's like.
I don't want you to destroy our new item.
I mean,
It's a
I'm
miracle
pretty
that
sure-
it can hold things.
she would destroy herself. Let's put her in there. Let's just find out what happens. I'm curious now, too.
I could put my raven or my pseudo dragon in there, and they could probably tell you what it's like, or at least tell me.
I'm gonna cast darkness centered on Rel.
Okay.
How does the void feel like?
I don't know, I can still hear.
Oh,
Oh, wait, Voidy.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
but it's,
Oh no.
it's,
Oh god.
it's dark and spooky.
You stealth and walk away. Along with the sack.
Man.
It's only spooky if you're afraid of the dark.
Yeah, Rel's passive perception is like 5 right now, so.
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna grab Xiao and pull him back.
Hello? Why is it so dark and. What the fuck?
You goes underneath the table.
Can you go underneath this table?
No, it's essentially like a stone block, more or
Damn.
less. Yeah.
Even as an ooze?
If she wants to take a minute to revert back to ooze form, sure. I'm not giving her Azakil's coalescence. It's not happening. She's not becoming Ethelos. Or Azakil.
Or both.
Or both.
Anyway.
I'll make that a high-level racial feat. You can turn into ooze form as a bonus action or something. I don't know.
Anyway,
We have
Can I-
two options. I can get rid of darkness, or we can all just leave.
I can see perfectly just fine.
I
Yeah,
have
but
my eyes back.
I didn't
Alright.
take them.
I'm leaving.
My
And
sight.
Zhao's just gonna start walking in a random direction. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's my knee. Oh.
Did he just walk straight forward?
He walked into a bookcase.
Gonna drop concentration on it.
Okay, you drop concentration. There's 3 Deathlock Whites in the darkness. No, I'm just kidding.
Sweet.
More loot! Alright. Zhao's like, so are we going to spend all of our time here? I feel like it's safe. We could take a rest, perhaps.
Yeah, I would like to take a rest.
I would like to
I
sleep.
could use a nap.
I'm tired.
Okay, let's, I'll look for books before I go to sleep and get guidance from Zhao.
Okay.
Anything
Go ahead and
interesting she might like? Ooh. nice.
Roll a... Oh,
Thank you.
alright.
At least somebody can roll good on these.
Well, I have that because I'm a merchant and I need to be able to investigate shops.
Guess you can steal shit?
I could steal, but I haven't stolen yet.
Steal it and sell it back to him.
That
Hey, I heard you
no,
needed this.
you take it
Oh.
to another person's shop and sell it to them. That's how that's done.
Oh, that's much better.
Find a book called Essence of Magic.
Ooh.
Here you go, Rail.
Doesn't have an author. Doesn't have any art. It is a plain leather-bound tome called Essence of Magic. The only reason it sticks out to you is because it's obviously been read several times.
Motherfucker.
Here you go, Rail.
How thick is it?
It's not terribly thick.
How long would it take me to read it?
What's your intelligence score?
16.
About 2 hours, 3 hours.
Alright, I'm gonna read it for the long rest.
Okay. Alright.
You get to tell me what's in this book because I found it for you.
Yeah.
I will. Okay. Do I have a handout for that handy haversack yet?
Yep, it's there.
Okay, I'm on. Oh, I kind of sort of need to see the character sheet.
You should be able to.
I only see the bio and info.
Oh, my bad. Hold on. I will compose something more for this book because I don't have full notes on it. This was not necessarily something that you should have found, but you did. So,
Because you is a badass.
well, because guidance is a thing mostly. Guidance allowing people to roll 25s before they should be able to roll 25s is fun.
Well,
But that's a thing. So it happens.
To be fair, Rilla's a +9 to Arcana.
Yeah, Rill does have a +9 to Arcana. She has expertise in it.
Yep.
Just wait till we level up.
I have a +10 to sleight of hand, and
So-
a +8 to magic.
Holy
Persuasion.
Yeah, she's got expertise. She's a rogue. She
And
gets lots
it's
of
also
expertise.
my gloves are magical. They gave me a plus. I think it was 1 or 2.
Not necessarily magical, but they're like special equipment essentially.
That
thought
was
my
made from the displacer beast.
You thought you were what?
I thought my phone just exploded.
Oh, I'm glad it didn't.
It vibrated my whole desk.
Oh, just like explodes outwards. Fucking Samsung's calling you.
It's not Samsung anymore.
Yeah, but Samsung
Oh.
was the ones that were exploding at one point.
Oh, yeah.
So, reading the book, you gather a couple of interesting facts, and I'll write up more for this later. But essentially, the book posits that there are actually 3 sources of magic, not 1 and not 2, but 3 sources or essences of magic. And that each of these essences of magic has its own unique source. What those might be, it's impossible to really speculate on. But it does talk a little bit about how the source of the Aether is more than likely the moon. The writer of this book almost seems positive that the Aether stems from the moon itself, specifically the Watcher in the sky, which is the moon that's always there. It's a tidally locked moon, and they postulate that moon shines in a certain way that aggravates the magic of the world, and that's where Aether actually comes from. They also note that the second moon that orbits around Arum, and this is the one that causes night cycles, essentially. This one could potentially be the source of an essence of magic called Umber. This magic is rarely seen, if at all, and it's not so much magic as anti-magic. It's a nullification of Aether, not necessarily anything by itself. Similar to how light and darkness exist, it posits that Umber has to exist, even though there's no real examples of it, simply by Aether existing. Like, everything has an equal and opposite reaction.
Love dark matter.
It's essentially, like, out of character. It's essentially like dark matter. Umber and Aether meeting would cause the non-existence of both of them. And then it discusses Alter to a pretty extensive amount. So you gain some lore on Alter. It starts to speculate a little bit about where Alter might come from. Does it come from the sun? Does it come from the stars? Is Alter inherent in any etheric system? But it talks about the applications of Alter and its ability to actually modify the existing systems of Aether. Not just the Aether itself. Like, the ability to modify the Aether is something that anyone with sapience can do. The ability to manipulate it. In fact, a lot of thaumaturges do this. They are practiced in it and they're skilled in it. You being one. However, what this is talking about specifically is an ability to change the fundamental force of Aether, what it can do inherently, not just change the way it's applied to the world, but the way it interacts with the world in the first place. The possibilities with this, if one could access Alter and reliably manipulate it, reliably use it to change these internal systems, are beyond limitless. They are incomprehensible. They are not something you can even imagine, really. It's impossible to wrap your head around the very idea of a fundamental force of the world being changed in such a way. It would be like if I changed all mountains into marshmallows. Like, it's not even possible to really understand the ramifications of such a thing. It would be like turning wind into sprinkles.
Are you craving sugar right now?
I am. Yes. Yes, I am. Give me one of those cookies.
Pouch of platinum. And you said that weighed about 5 pounds, right?
It's somewhere between 5 and 10 pounds. Yeah, you can just mark it down as 5.
Okay.
So, those are the broad strokes. It also talks about a potential connection between Alter and one of the World Wings, the one that died, Vaxes. And it's not Vaxes who was connected to it. The final blow against Vaxes, he was the World Wing itself was descended upon by the elves, or so the story goes. The elves attacked Vaxes, and for their transgressions they were punished. In this particular set of elves, they were transformed into the Inara. This is kind of a popular myth, but it's generally treated as myth. You know Vaxes existed, and you know that he was brought down, but the idea that Inara descended from elves is kind of like a, okay, yeah, sure, but Santa Claus is not real. Thank you, kind of thing. But it seems to be taken really seriously in this book. And in this story, Vaxes is brought down by someone they call the Petal Knight. And they call her the Petal Knight because the final blow against Vaxes, she summoned a torrent of flower petals, cherry blossoms, roses, etc., and swirled them around and blinded the dragon so much that he couldn't possibly lay waste in the way that a World Wing would do. World Wings are impossibly powerful. But if you blind one, what's it going to do? Just fire, haha. No. And the Petal Knight ended up being like the instrumental factor of the fight that actually managed to bring Vaxes down, and that's where Vaxes fell. The Petal Knight killed Vaxes in Drake's Fall, which is in Inaran translates to Mirvin. Mm-hmm. Nin, N-I-N, is dragon in Inaran. That's why the capital is Ninon. Ninon means dragon's soul.
Okay.
So, and the connection here is they strongly believe that the Petal Knight was an altar user. So there you go. You guys would finish a long rest here. You would level up. Finish your level up. And
I say
I will
we do a level up and then break. Or
well, we'll probably do a level up and wrap up the session. Unless you guys want to keep going, I don't really mind. We're at a good spot to stop, but if you do want to continue forward, we can. So, up to y'all.
I think we've discovered a lot of this stuff in here, so a lot of the stuff for everybody's going to be travel, isn't it?
It'll be travel wherever you want to go, and mostly RP. There's not really a whole lot of combat immediately unless you get some encounter dice.
I would like to call it here.
okay, that's fine. We'll
Wait,
level
I
up
guess you were-
XP.
So you're all going to get an extra 200 XP for roleplay this session.
Okay.
Why?
Each. Because the conversation with Balak was pretty good in my opinion.
Oh.
That was solid. Like everyone acted in accordance with their character in that one really well. And then total XP that you guys get. Balak's worth quite a bit here.
And we technically beat the 2 whites.
Mm-hmm. 1325 XP each.
On top of the 200?
On top of the 200, so it's a total of 1525
Okay.
each.
So it's going to return to 75.
I'm not sure if that levels up Zhao or not.
That
I
might.
think you only needed
It
like
does,
200
yeah.
or something to level up.
Oh, okay. Sweet. So I'll level him up real quick. And we'll call it for the night.
What?
Woot. Oh, does Zhao hit level 5 this level?
I think so. Yes.
Yep.
Ooh, buddy.
Because we would.
Oh no.
Wait,
No, he hits level 6.
level 6, level 6. Yeah. He was already level 5. I was like, wait a minute.
No, we were level 5. All of
Yeah.
us were. Oh yeah, no, level 6.
Mm-hmm.
Forget he's right behind us. Right.
No. He's not that far behind you in XP.
Put that in. I need to
Sorry, not
do
sorry.
Oh,
Spell.
I did it.
That.
I did it.
you did what?
Did you do?
Hold on.
Get rid of mirror image.
I did it too. I
Who
get.
did what?
I get 16 charisma, so my passive perception goes up by 1.
Yep.
That is 8.
I have a +9 to investigation now.
Did you do rogue?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
It fits.
It does.
Well, if you wanted to learn rogue, you could have asked you. You would have taught you.
Different types of rogue.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no. But the
Let's see.
training aspect.
The fuck is Zhao's sheet at? There it is. Zhao, it's level 6. Man, oh man. 6 is a good level for clerics.
Part of multi-classing says I get proficiency with these tools, but I'm never going to use them just because I feel like it's extremely out of character for Rel to have these tools.
Okay.
So,
Zhao gets Blessed Healer this level.
What does that do?
Beginning at 6th level, the healing spells you cast on others heal you as well. When you cast a spell at 1st level or higher, that restores hit points to a creature other than you. You regain hit points equal to 2 plus the spell's level. So if he casts like a mass cure wounds on everybody, then he gains 7 hit points as well. Yeah, technically that fits the.
does it?
Yeah, it does because it's restoring hit points to a creature other than him. It doesn't specify that doesn't restore hit points to you, just one that restores hit points to someone other than him.
Oh.
And Mass Cure Wounds satisfies that.
Hold on.
So
Wait, why do I have... Is that really my AC?
did you take Dex or something this level?
No, it's level 6, so I wouldn't have gotten anything.
Yeah. What's your AC at?
17? I
Are you in half
chain
plate?
shirt on.
Oh, wait, what? Chain shirt should be 13 plus your Dex modifier.
13, 14, 15. Oh! Does Zhao have Shield of Faith?
Yeah.
He does.
Yes.
Out.
Oh, okay, so you have 15 AC.
It's 2.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. I was like, that just seems weird.
Yeah. Yeah, you got it. Okay. Life Cleric of... how'd y'all like that session?
It was awful. It's the worst session I've ever done in my life.
Alright, that's good. That's what I was aiming for.
Wow. Ow.
Ew.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
I always enjoy it.
I agree.
I live for Mondays, you don't understand.
I never live, I just die.
I wonder...
It's okay. Now I have proficiency and expertise in charisma skills. I don't need the charisma.
Huh. What do you, what did you all, take in total?
Me?
Well, Arna?
I took expertise in I took proficiency from Rogue in investigation, and then took expertise in investigation,
Gotcha.
and then took expertise in persuasion.
Oh, okay. Not deception, interesting.
What uses...
Thought about it.
What uses what?
What uses charisma again? Is it just Bard and Warlock?
Bard, Warlock, Sorcerer, and Paladin.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm an int-based sorcerer, so I don't use charisma.
Yeah.
Right.
And I am testing my
Regretting.
class theory here, so...
There we go. I think I'm done leveling up. Gotta double check to make sure Shadow doesn't get anything. or I don't get anything. So
Yeah, go double check. You should have the shade. Did you take another point in Rogue or Warlock?
Rogue
Rogue, what level's your Rogue right now?
4. I get I get an SI.
You get an ASI. Yeah, I don't think you get anything else.
Charisma. Woohoo. 22.
What's your
passive
dex?
perception. 14.
You might want to bump that up at some point.
I will at some point, but that passive perception's going to save our asses.
Well, it's already really high, though. So.
Yeah, I feel like if anything outstealths your passive perception right now, we weren't supposed to see it.
I wonder if this thing will outstealth your passive perception. This is a monster I might use later. Hold on.
I can't decide between persuasion and perception.
You does make a note. She has to feed on someone. So who's volunteering?
Not me.
I wouldn't in the first place.
Jesus. Wait.
Amalia? Zhao?
It depends. Are you okay with PTSD?
No telling what I would do afterwards.
Fuck it, I'm gonna take deception.
Are you taking deception?
I'm gonna do it, yeah.
I feel like that's
Hey,
more
we
Rel's avenue.
We can help each other with deception.
Hey, there you go.
I've already had proficiency in deception.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's proficient. She just didn't have expertise up till now.
Yeah, now I have expertise in deception.
Son of a bitch.
I have proficiency in both deception and persuasion.
Something me and Heather are trying in Child of Light right now is Arcana. Your Arcana skill allows you to use spell scrolls that are not on your class's spell list.
Fucking use magic item!
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing up until I played Pathfinder Kingmaker. But I was using the Arcana thing because that's how they do it in Pillars. In Pillars, in order to use any spell scroll, it doesn't matter if it's on your list or not, you have to have a certain amount of Arcana. And I forgot how much it is. I think it's like 1 for level 1 spell scrolls, 3 for level 2 spell scrolls, 5 for level X spell scrolls, whatever. And it just jumps up. And if it's on your list, then it just stays linear. So it's like 1 for 1, 2 for 2, etc. And I really like that system. I thought it was really fucking cool. So I was like, let's try something like that in Child of Light. And it's fucking silly.
I love it. Like my playthrough of Pathfinder I'm doing,
Mm-hmm.
I have a paladin, and she has fucking, like, that's my character, and she has used magic item.
Yep.
And her stats real high. And
Yeah,
so
mine's
I'm running around.
level
Yeah, I'm running around using 7th level spells on my paladin through spell scrolls and wands.
Oh my god.
It is amazing.
Yeah, that's like a trope I like to explore, is like Scrollcaster. I think that's really fucking cool. In fact, that's what I'm about to play in Oni's game, as a Scrollcaster bard. Or I might make her a wizard. I'm not sure which one just yet, but more than likely she's going to be a Scrollcaster bard because I want to impersonate a pirate, and bards just do that better than wizards. Anyways.
Yep.
But
Oh, you told me about that.
yeah, she's a changeling. She's impersonating a famous pirate captain, or an infamous pirate captain, to get her way. She's essentially Lara Croft. Like, I didn't realize this character was Lara Croft up until I was telling Onishi about her backstory, and he was like, "Wait, you just made Lara Croft?" I was like, "What?" So her backstory is that her father was a famous explorer, and just vanished one day, just gone. And so I've never played any of the Tomb Raider games.
I
Except
have, and I didn't connect that.
one of the original ones, and I liked it, but I've never really, I haven't played Rise of the Tomb Raider or any of the new ones or anything, and so I'm just like, this sounds like a really cool backstory. Her father just disappears one day, just up and vanishes. Her mother died from childbirth, and she's like, where the fuck is dad? Where you at? She waits weeks, she waits a year, she waits 2 years. Finally, she up to this point she hadn't gone into study. She's finally just like, fuck it, goes into study. She finds a scroll in there with shifting text, like it can talk to you. It's a sentient scroll, and she's just like, all right, well, this is a thing. This is a sentient scroll, I suppose. And it looks like her father was like obsessed with like finding a specific location that the scroll has mentioned over and over, and he's got maps and pinups and everything else, and she takes all of this information down, and she's like, I'm gonna go fucking find him. And so she's off to find her father, and she's taking the scroll with her, and the scroll is where she's getting all of her spells from. I've reflavored all of her spells to be command words, so like if she wants to cast Vicious Mockery, it's like I forgot what I called it, but it was like word of something. You know how like there's power word kill or word of radiance, word of recall, power word pain, stuff like that. So all of her spells are power words, essentially, like miniature versions, higher versions. Took some from WoW as well, because WoW has like shadow words, and I think that's a great aesthetic. And so that's all of her spells. That's how she casts all of them, because all of her spells require a rollable component. And she doesn't know when she gets given a spell, when she gets given a power word, she does not know what it does. So she's gonna get shit like Summon Lesser Demon as a power word, and all she has is this word. And she's just like, what the fuck does this do? So she's gonna end up using it and just being like, oh fuck. Whoops.
No.
But I think she's gonna be a super fun character to play. She's at one point in her little like original journey here, she has started impersonating a infamous pirate captain that she met once, because she noticed that everyone just kind of did what that person wanted them to do. So she's like, all right, well, I'm gonna imitate her, and she's a changeling, so she can imitate people like fucking perfectly. She has expertise in deception at level 1, so I think it's gonna be fucking awesome. I'm excited.
Sounds good.
Cool. Whose
Sounds
memory
good,
am I
super
taking? Zhao or Amalia?
Y'all can work it out in RP chat, honestly. It's not a big deal. Decide in there.